sex every show.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Hello, it's the 3.5 hour, 3 till 6:30 in the afternoon wireless show. I thank you. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. All these microphones are at a funny angle. Can we just move these? Puts me off a little bit. Dearie me, it's Monday. Got to kind of ease yourself back into the week a little bit. Ow. Finger. It ends there. There we go, it goes there. Ow. Finger. Agent Chris isn't with us today. Maybe you do know, you don't know, maybe you don't care, maybe you've forgotten, I don't know. But we had a whole show of Triple M on Friday. And Chris got in really big trouble for it. Like, really big trouble for it. He got told off for not having topics, for not... because they want us to make this show more newsy. We're fighting that. And we can... I'm not worried about that. We can navigate our way around that choppy water. But they wanted a bit more form to it, and 3.5 hours of calls straight to air. I thought it got quite good for the last 3 minutes. I thought the last 3 minutes were good. But that's not enough in their book. And Agent Chris, despite the fact he was completely against the show... didn't want it to happen. He got in really big trouble for it. So he's gone off on one of these kind of... It's not a course, it's kind of just like a refresher course. That's the phrase, I think. So we have Helen behind the glass. Is still behind the glass, but she's producing. We have Lady Alex in the role of Helen behind the glass, using her magic fingers to manipulate things. I don't know what's going on there. So, fingers... Last time that Chris wasn't here, we had a cracking couple of shows, I thought. Some of the best shows we've ever done, so fingers crossed. The Welsh tyrant is not here. So maybe. If you could be any race in the world, which one would it be? I would be Japanese. Japanese. If I had to choose, I would be Japanese. Isn't it a shame that when you're young, you can't choose? You can choose your GCSEs, you can choose your A-levels, your degree and your career to a certain extent. You can't choose which race you'd be. I think that's wrong. They should make some law that says you can choose the race you want to be. For I would be a Japanese. Why is that, you ask? Well, I shall tell you, London. First things first, the girls are fit. It's a generalisation, I know, but they are beautiful. That's not enough, because, there's still maybe a slim chance that at some point in my sad, pathetic life, I may still trick a Japanese woman into falling in love with me. It could happen. I also like the cinema. I think the Japanese cinema, very, very exciting. Very gruesome. Their films. I don't really like the food, so that would be a stumbling block. But I like the cities, I like the culture, I like karate. There's lots of things I like about the Japanese. If I couldn't be Japanese, if you had to put your first choice on the form, and then your second choice, in case the first one was full up, I'd be American. Because the Americans are so full of themselves. I would love to have as much confidence, dare I say it, arrogance, yes I dare, arrogance, as the Americans have. They never think that they can do anything wrong. That would be fantastic. Being so pompous, so full of yourself, so arrogant, so completely in love with yourself and your culture. Wouldn't it be great to wake up every morning and have to salute the American flag, but do it and enjoy it? Can't think like that, but if I were American, I would think like that. So my two choices of the race I would be are Japanese and American. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. Which race would you be? If you could choose, and I think it's a shame that we can't choose. Also, hang on, a load of emails have come in all of a sudden. Hang on, I've got to forward this. If you can email Iain, IAIN, at lbc.co.uk, if you so wish to do so. Hang on a minute. Iain, oh, here we go. We got the joke already, ladies and gentlemen. The Joker has emailed in. His name is Chris in the Vassalou. It's German for Waterloo, so I'm trying not to belch. I've had a packet of Worcester sauce crisps. Man, they're nice. Iain, if I could be any race in the world, I would be the London Marathon. That way I can guarantee at least 200 fit, beautiful, sweaty women were in me, drinking the juice provided and panting. I would not allow Premier athletes to LBC in me like Paula Radcliffe did. Well, that's... I dumped the word dump there, which is ironic. Only 200 fit women in the marathon? I would say that's pushing it as well. I'd say that... to be honest, I've never seen an attractive person run the London Marathon. I don't think attractive people have too much sense. Here we go. Let's go. The joke emails are coming in. Let's go through these. James in the Pinner says, if I could be any race, I would be the Grand National. Suki says Vulcan. Agent Chris is like a naughty schoolboy, and LBC is school. He spends his whole time in trouble. That's when he's not playing games on his handheld computer. Poor Git, says Sarah Jackson. Well, no, poor Git him. Shame on him. He's got the responsibility of being the producer. He doesn't live up to that responsibility. 0870 9090973 is the phone number. It's a lot of fun getting your crazy emails, but I prefer to talk to you. I prefer to talk to Stephen in the Hornchurch, don't I, Stephen?
Hello, hi.
Hey, hello, hi.
How you doing?
The double hello there, and then a question of how I'm doing. I'm doing... Despite the weekend I've had, Stephen, I'm doing remarkably well.
That's good. Basically, I just...
Yeah, bloke threatened to shoot me, Stephen. You're not going to ask, are you? No, the bloke threatened to shoot me. But apart from that, fine.
You're
He's threatened to shoot me, and you're just brushing past it. That's an interesting anecdote.
I just wanted to get to the point.
Yes, Stephen!
I wanted to get to the point.
Bloke threatened to shoot me!
Who wanted to shoot you?
There we go. I'm not telling you now because it took me a lot of shouting at you, and you obviously ignoring the story. No, what do you...
I was just focusing on what I was going to say.
Well, what do you want to say, Stephen? I nearly died on Friday night. What do you want to say?
Well, your discussion's about race.
Yes.
But you've mentioned two nationalities, Japanese, and American. Those are not races, surely, by definition.
The Japanese are a race?
Would you consider that as a race? Okay, is Americans a race?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
What would you consider the race of America then?
There is no particular race of Americans.
They're Americans.
That's a nationality.
It's a race. Stephen, you're arguing semantics.
What's the definition of a race? What race means?
Well, the people who lived there. If you're brought up and raised and bred as an American, you are a member of the American race.
I don't consider that as a race.
Stephen, you're wrong, though.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure. I've thrown this out as the topic at the start of the show. Stephen, I know what I'm talking about. Americans are a race. And if you said to an American, you're not a race, they'd shoot you. That's not a threat, by the way. That's not a threat. I'm not threatening you.
So there's 200 plus countries in the world, so there's 200 plus races then, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I tend not to agree with you anyway.
But you've given me no evidence. You're just phoning up and contradicting me. Come on, Stephen. We could have a proper verbal fisticuffs here on the radio. Contradict me. Come on. Give me some evidence.
Okay, there's obviously there's a white race.
Yep.
A black race.
Yep.
Chinese. Well.
Right, here we go. Stephen, I've won this one much easier than I thought I would. There's a white race, a black race, and a Chinese race. Those are the three major races, are they? The whites, the blacks, and the Chinese.
That's right.
Stephen, I'm going to say goodbye to you before you do yourself any more damage.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye. Wow. That was good. That was good. For a second, I was on the back foot. I thought, well, maybe this young punk has got a point here. Maybe I've said something incredibly wrong. But no. Whites, black. If only whites, blacks and Chinese could live together in harmony. The Chinese must feel terribly left out then of that song Ebony and Ivory. Where do they come into? Are they the thing that closes the piano? The keyboard cover? Oh dear. Now, the phones have gone mental there, which means maybe I am wrong. Maybe there are just three major races. Oh dear. What a show. 0870 9090973 is the telephone number. If you could choose a race, which race would it be? And you can email Iain, IAIN, @lbc.co.uk. It's time now, though, to get the latest on the roads and the trains from the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. And Joanne Webb.
If you start going AF onto the underground Kensington Olympic...
The Iain Lee Afternoon Wireless Show.
Andy's in the Blackheath.
Hi Ian, how you doing?
I'm fine, Andy, how are you?
I'm pretty good, actually.
Yay.
I've just been doing a bit of research on the race thing, which wasn't what I phoned up about. And
Yes.
actually, you and the last caller are both right.
What?
I know.
Explain if civil play.
Well, apparently, according to something I'm reading at the moment, race can be seen in both physiological terms,
Yes.
but also sociological terms.
Yes. Well, I'm speaking of it in sociological terms.
Exactly. So
which is the more accepted definition of race.
Yeah, so you're both right in
But I'm righter.
If it makes you happy.
It makes me very happy, Andy.
Oh, well, that's all right. about it.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what it was I phoned up about. Are the bosses at LBC completely and utterly barking mad?
There's something, but I'm probably not allowed to use the word to describe them on the radio.
The reason being is, what on earth is Agent Chris getting into trouble for?
Yeah.
It's madness. If they want a structured, newsy drive time show...
Yes.
They're talking to Iain Lee. Have they not heard you on the radio before? Are they not familiar with your previous oeuvres?
Well, no, no, to be honest, they did think they were going to get some kind of Henry Kelly, what's your favourite Brussels sprout, type show when they booked me. And I sort of lied to them, you know. But
Did they never watch the 11 o'clock show?
Well, 11 o'clock show was news-based.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't exactly, you know, the news on Channel 4, was it?
No, it was. You're correct there. But the problem, the thing is, the bosses are generally happy with this show. They do want a little bit more news in, which is why we have Agent Chris's one word on the street. While we're going to be doing a thing about Iran. We've got to do a show next week about Iran.
Okay.
But, you know, that's by the by. We can handle that. It'd be easy. But they were upset that Friday the calls went straight to air. We had to dump 2 calls, one because one made an offensive joke, one said the F word. And they, although Agent Chris was against it, as the producer of this show, he is ultimately responsible for the output.
Well, yes, but all I was doing is actually phoning up to defend both you and Agent Chris.
Hey, listen.
The several hours of anarchy at the end of the day, after listening to news all day, by the way...
News!
Is very welcome. And I just think they need to lighten up and get a sense of humour, to be honest.
Andy, I appreciate that. May I say, thank you for defending me. Appreciate it. Don't bother defending Agent Chris. Let's just say I'm not 100% happy with his attitude recently. If he gets the sack, he gets the sack. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll leave that down to you.
Andy, thank you. It's not down to me whether he gets the sack, but I'm not going to fight too hard in his corner because, you know, there are plans afoot to maybe draft in some new, fresh talent. Paul's in the London. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Ian, how are you?
Hey, Paul, I'm fine and indeed dandy.
Ian, I'm sorry to spoil your pleasure at being writer, but you're not writer. You're not right. You're not even a tiny little bit right. You are totally confusing nationality with race. America is a nation. Within America, there are many racial groupings, like African Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans. When you say you called American a race, they'd be offended. You're crazy. It's like calling Belgians a race. You're making a fundamental, it's not semantics, it's fundamental fact. America's a country, race is an ethnic or cultural grouping. You're just talking nonsense.
Are you saying you cannot be racist towards Americans?
No, I'm saying...
Thank you, Paul.
That's not the point you were making, Ian. You were saying that America was a race, and you're completely wrong,
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Just say you're wrong, Ian. Just say, sorry, I was wrong. Just say
I accept your apology.
You were wrong,
I accept your apology.
America's not a race, Ian.
Paul...
America's not a race, is it, Ian? Come on, you know that. You're a smart bloke. It's not a race.
But you can be racist to Americans, but they're not a race? How does that work, then, you spanner?
You can be racist to an African American. You're only being racist to a group of people if you insult them on the basis of their ethnicity. Americans have the most mixed ethnicity in the world. You can't be racist to an American.
Yes, you can.
You can be no, you can't.
Yes, you can, Paul.
Tell me how you'd be racist to an American. Go on.
Samantha...
Give me an American racist comment.
Okay. Samantha... I think your country stinks, and everyone who lives in it is as thick as George Bush's doo-doo.
That's a nationalist comment.
Samantha,
I've comment about the nation of America.
Paul, shut up. I've got an American here. Samantha, I was being racist towards you. I don't mean it.
I don't. Being racist.
Paul, shut up, Paul. I'm speaking to a lady now. Let's have some respect.
I live in England, so I'm not living in America.
But it was a racist statement towards your country, and we don't condone racism at all.
It was a national
Paul,
statement.
we have a lady here.
It's important that you understand. You're a
Paul.
You need to understand the use of language.
Paul.
Using the language.
You are the rudest Paul I've ever spoken to. Shut up.
I'll get a bloody sight ruder in a minute.
Shut up. We have
language here.
Paul, we have a lady here. Shut up. Samantha. I apologise for my fellow country gentleman. He's the rudest Paul I've ever spoken to.
Yes, and I'm English. That was a racist comment against me.
Oh, hang on, but I can't be racist to you, can I?
No, you
Ipso
can't be
facto,
racist to me on the
I've
basis of
won.
my Englishness. No, you can't.
Then why did you just say I was being racist to you, Paul?
I was trying to-
Contradictions. You're full of contradictions.
Ironic, Ian. I was being ironic.
Paul,
Obviously, equality
your
is
argument
understood.
is falling around
No, your
your
argument,
ears
Ian,
by
you've
you
lost
saying...
so badly. You are being nationalistic, not racist. And if you don't understand the difference, I really am worried about you being in a public broadcasting position.
But you just
Really,
said...
Ian, you really ought to check this out because you're being very, very silly.
You just said I was being racist to you, Paul.
Yes, I was being ironic, Ian.
You weren't, though, Paul. You said
I
it.
was being ironic.
You said it. You don't even know what irony means. Jesus, the man's an idiot. You don't even know what irony means.
Silly man, Ian.
Paul,
You really
Paul,
are a very silly man.
Paul.
And you ought to go home and listen to this recording and just see how silly you're being.
I shall never listen to this
America
recording
is not
again.
a race, Ian. All
Paul,
right.
Paul,
Here's one for the book, Ian.
Paul, I'm not-
America
Paul.
is not a race,
Paul,
Ian.
listen, shut up.
It's a mixture
Paul,
of a lot of races.
Paul, shut up. We have a lady here. Please show a little bit of respect. If you be rude to me,
Didn't
that's
want
fine.
to show respect to
That's-
you, Ian, because
no.
you're talking such crap.
Paul, you're not listening to me, are you?
Not actually.
Shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. Be rude to me. I don't mind that. That's what this is all about. This is good sport. It's fine. But there's a lady here. Have the decency to shut up and listen to what she's got to say.
Good afternoon, Samantha. How are you?
No, don't talk to her. Listen to what she has to say. Because she, in her 19-year-old body, has got far more intelligence, wit and manners than you will ever have, my friend.
I'm 20 now.
Oh, in that case, you've probably lost a bit then. Samantha, the Americans are a race, aren't they?
I was actually calling to say whenever people ask me my race, I never say American.
Yeah.
When they ask my nationality,
But you could say it and you would be correct, wouldn't you?
No, you wouldn't. Ian.
Paul,
Totally wrong.
don't answer for her, you patronising sexist pig. Samantha.
Oh, Ian,
Hey!
you are such a silly man.
Oh,
I've got
Paul.
to go now because I'm going to...
You've got to go because you're losing the argument.
No, I haven't begun...
Well, then
I haven't
listen-
begun Ian, you haven't engaged me in an argument. You
Listen
shouted
to
at me.
what she has to... I'm shouting at you. You keep talking and don't pay any attention. Listen to what Samantha has to say, Paul.
Samantha, do you consider yourself to be
Oh.
of the American race, Samantha?
God, I don't hate many people. I hate Paul. I actually hate him.
I hate ignorance, Ian, and that's
And I-
what you're displaying.
You
That's what you're
racist.
displaying. I don't hate people. I hate
Racist.
ignorance.
What have the ignorance ever done to you, you
I'm being
racist?
ignorant, can't I, Ian?
You racist.
It's been very fun talking to you,
Sama-
but really, you should get it right. It's quite important. Bye-bye.
He's going to hang up. He's going to hang up. He's going to... He's hung up! He's hung up! What an idiot! What have the ignorance ever done to him? I always found that their music was fantastic. Samantha!
Hello.
That was it. He was exciting, wasn't he? In a rude, arrogant, not listening sort of way.
It hurt my ears.
It hurt my ears. I've got a head. Boy, the tense weekend I've had, that's what I needed, a row with a thick man.
Oh, I'm sorry you had a tense weekend.
Or someone threatened to shoot me. Now, it's almost irrelevant, but it's fine. So, you would say that Americans are a race. Just go on.
Okay, actually, well, definition-wise,
Yes.
like the person said before, both are correct. But personally, preference-wise, I don't consider Americans to be a race.
Okay, but you know that that's an incorrect.
They could be classified as such.
Thank you.
but
Now, let's move out of this thorny America is a race subject. God, I really want to belch, but I can't do it. I just can't. I physically can't belch. I've never been able... I belch maybe 2 or 3 times a year, purely by accident, Samantha. I can't do it properly.
Really?
Yeah. That's irrelevant. If you could be any race in the world, what would it be?
It would either be... I guess there are 3 that I might be.
33?
3.
3. When was your birthday, then?
On the 20th.
Of February?
Yes.
Well,
the same as Chris's.
Whose?
Chris's.
Is it Chris's birthday? Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yes, I do remember. He's not here, so we can diss him to kingdom come. Okay, so in reverse order,
Yes.
your third choice for race would be...
French.
What?
Yeah.
They still seem quite mysterious to the Americans, don't they? You don't know the truth about them. Okay, fine. So you go French. Secondly?
English.
Yeah, come on. You know that's the one. you know that's the one you want. Okay, so you French, then English, and the first choice of race that you would choose, Samantha, if you could choose your race, would be...
I don't know how you'd say it necessarily, but New Zealander?
I guess you say New Zealander. Kiwi would be the slang term for it, but a New Zealander.
Yeah.
That's an odd choice. In 5 seconds, can you tell me why?
Because they're the furthest away from Americanization.
Do you know what? That theory works for me. Wow. What a hornet's nest of discussion, rude emails, and threats that we've kicked off here. It's Monday. It's good to be threatened. On a Monday, you can email your threats to me. Iain, Iain, at lbc.co.uk. You can give us a call. 08709090973. If you could be any race in the world, and yes, I'm including Belgians and Americans, which would you choose? See from the Catfords emailed in. Iain, that chap creamed you on nationalism. He marmalised you. He remained cool and sensible. I dispute that. Even when you started shouting over him, he was right, you were wrong, admit it. Betty from Catford. Well, Betty from Catford, I had to start shouting because he wasn't listening to me. He wouldn't pay any attention to me. And I can cream you, Betty from the Catford, because that's not your name. You're Alice Woodward. It comes up in your email. So, you know, don't say you've been creamed under a pseudonym. You've even spelled Alice wrong. Who spells Alice? A-L-Y-S. That's a weird spelling. Strange. Iain, stop slurping after every sentence. Have you got a problem with excess spit? Yes, it'd be. Iain, how are you doing this week? Good, I hope, says Andrew in the Brighton. Number one choice. We ask him which race he would be. Number one has to be Swedish / Nordic by a mile. All those lovely ladies. That's interesting. Iain, Nell McAndrew run the London Marathon. Don't you think she's attractive? Yeah, she's quite fit. She's quite nice. Oh, Iain, please lighten up on Chris in the doghouse, as it was not his idea to have Triple M, it was yours. The programme was great on Friday, and maybe if it was always that good, poor Chris will lose his job. Oh, well. The bosses up above want your show to be intellectually stimulating, but it will never happen. We're discussing race today. That's a big subject. All those wanting you sacked on Friday's programme appear to be very intelligent, highly strung, miserable people without a life. Plebs are all okay. Jackie from the Romford. Well, maybe I want to get rid of Agent Chris. 08709090973. If you could choose a race to be, what would it be and why? Let's explore that now. Why would you want to be that race? Corey's in the Streatham.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up? You was hilarious before, I have to say.
Before what? Before I started this job?
No, just funny with the guy that he was talking to. I was in tears.
The thing with people like that, I like having an argument. I like having a discussion and moving something forward.
It takes two sides, but he didn't want to hear your side.
He didn't want to listen at all. He kept talking over me, wouldn't respond to what I was saying. A very, very rude man. And I hope he goes and listens to Talk Sport, where his type are more than welcome. They're not welcome here, my friend.
No,
they're not welcome at all.
Not wanted. I would have to say choice of race that I would have to be either Chinese or Japanese, like you said.
Yes,
I mean, Chinese would be like, I'm sure you've got more access to learn the hidden arts, the martial arts. Or I could become a monk if I was Chinese.
The secret Shaolin monk martial arts that the Chinese have so well.
Yes. Also the women, like Michelle Yeoh. If you watch those kung fu films and all that type.
I watch those kung fu films and that type of thing, and I must admit I prefer the Japanese women to the Chinese women.
Okay.
But I like women.
Who doesn't?
Homosexuals. Well, they like them, but they don't like having they don't like having sex with them. Is what I'm trying to say. They do like. Can I just say, gays do like women. Yeah. There's not, but not in that sense.
There's female gays that like women.
I think we should probably move on. But yes, I have heard that there are female gays that like women. Yes. So, and why Japanese?
Japanese, they've got access to the games. I'm sure they get it 10 years before we do.
They do get games before us.
Because my Japanese friend, he knows how to play the games well before I could get to learn them. Before I learn how to do like a Dragon Punch or something, he knows his 10-hit combos already or something.
Maybe there's like some genetic thing in the Japanese that means they are good at using computer games.
They're just naturally gifted or something.
Naturally gifted, and also they get a lot of games in Japan that we don't get. Which you could get by going on the internet. So this is almost a mute argument. But they do get games that we don't get released over here because they'll think that it's a bit too weird.
Or quirky. Yeah, I've heard about those games.
Yeah, those games. And they also get mucky games as well.
Okay, I haven't heard about those.
I went to an arcade in Japan. When I went to Tokyo, there was an arcade, and you'd be playing, Virtua Tennis on one machine, something else, and then there'd be some weird kind of strip game on there. And you'd be back. The thing is, it was all in Japanese.
Kids are allowed in there as well.
Kids are allowed in there. And this game would be in Japanese, so we wouldn't know how the hell to play it, but we'd be hitting buttons. And hopefully the lady on the screen would take her clothes off. It didn't work. It was a waste of yen. Was it yen in Japan? I can't remember. Corey, thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Take care, my friend. Bye-bye. Jonathan is in the Haywards Heath.
Ian, what have you been up to over the weekend?
Jonathan.
Why did you nearly get shot?
Can you do an impression of the Fonz for me? Fonzie.
Hey, Fonzie.
Hey, Patsy. Hey,
What are you
Mrs.
doing?
C. Hey, Mr. C. I'm the Fonz.
Now listen, what were you up to on Friday then? Why did you nearly get shot?
Well, it's a very long, boring story, but let's just say Friday evening at 10 to 11, I had two gentlemen threatening to shoot me.
Whereabouts?
In my mate's house. I probably shouldn't go into too much detail, just in case it all kicks off again. But it was quite an uncomfortable, scary Friday evening.
I can imagine.
But it's fine now. The situation hopefully has been resolved, and I am never going anywhere near there again. So that works out well, I think.
So they're behind bars now, are they?
No. No, they're still out there.
Well, you want to just keep your head down. I'd change your mates.
Well, I plan to. I fully intend to, later on this evening, to dump all of my current mates and get some new ones off the internet. I shall never be rude to anyone ever again, and whenever people tell me something, I shall agree with them.
Well, I think if you need some new mates, then, as you say, you've got my number. We'll go out and have a beer one evening.
Now, Jonathan, why do you think, and I'm not criticising you, I genuinely want to know, why do you think you'd make a good friend for me? Maybe this is it. Let's audition new friends for me on the show. Jonathan, why do you think you'd be a good friend for me, please?
Very sociable person, very likeable person.
Okay.
Work in the customer service industry.
Oh, dear.
Like meeting people and socialising.
What do your hobbies include, Jonathan?
Swimming, cycling.
Oh, crikey.
Xbox 360.
Here we go. Now we're back on track. Now I'm considering putting you in my phone book as a possible friend.
Well, there you go.
Jonathan, if I have to dump my friends today, which is possible, I shall certainly let you know. If you think you'd be a good friend... We had an email the other day, and I deleted it, and if the chap is listening, send you an email again, because we might do it. A guy just asking me out for a drink. It was an email saying, Ian, I've had one before, and we tried to arrange it, and the guy sort of bottled out at the last minute. We were going to record it. And it's this guy just saying, hey, Ian, I really like the show. I think if we met, we'd really get on. If you want to go for a drink sometime, just give us a call, send us an email. You can pick the pub, and I think we'd be really good friends. Now, most people in this profession would pass that on to the police, would say, would you have a look at this? I believe this guy is a psychopath, a mentalist. But no, me and Chris are going, maybe we should meet this guy and record it and see what happens. If you think you'd be a good friend for me, does that sound sad? Sounds a little bit sad, doesn't it? Oh, what the hell, I'm a bit sad. If you think you and me would get on as friends, 0870 9090 973. Let's see if maybe this, I don't know, I'm at an age where I don't know where you meet new friends anymore. I don't know where, I don't go to, like, sports club. I don't go to chess, I don't go to any clubs or anything like that. So where do I get new friends from? From here, I guess. From the workplace. I don't like anybody in the office. I don't like anybody in that office. None of them. I pretend I do. I don't like any of them. So maybe this is the way to do it. 0870 9090 973. If you think you could be my friend, what qualities have you got that would make this friendship work? Who knows? This could be the start of something. In 20 years' time, I could be sitting with you, having a cup of tea somewhere, and go, how did we meet again? Oh yeah, I was doing that show on LBC, and you called in, and we're friends now. Sam's in the Chelsea.
Hey, hello, sexy.
Sorry?
I said hello, sexy.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir, but why are you saying...
It was absolutely fantastic on Friday. I don't know what all the trouble's about.
Well, Agent Chris is in trouble because the calls went straight to air, and are you sexy, Sam?
Yeah.
You hesitated too long there. Yeah, Agent Chris is in trouble because we took all the calls straight to air, and the bosses don't really like that. It's kind of a bit of a tried and tested formula.
Yeah,
So
you're just fantastic. I look forward to hearing your show every single day.
Wow.
And it's just, you are the beginning and end all of my life, so... I'll be your friend.
That sounds a little bit sad that you said
and
that.
I'm a good cook.
You got a dirty laugh.
I've got a good cook.
Yo.
Want to go out for a drink?
Yeah, fine. How old are you, Sam? You sound about 46.
No, I'm 30-something.
39.
No, not that old.
37.
No.
36.
Mid-30s, okay?
36 then. Okay. So, well, why do you think you'd be a good friend for me then, apart from the cooking?
Well,
I'm being genuine. If the person who's got the best argument, I will be your friend.
I'd compliment your ego because I'd laugh at all your jokes. What more do you want?
But I want someone who'd laugh genuinely.
I would laugh genuinely.
Okay.
And I do laugh genuinely.
Okay.
I think you're splendid.
Splendid. Now that's a good one. May I say something, Sam? And you won't be offended by what I say, will you?
Of course not, no.
You sound a little bit mental.
Yeah?
You're offended. I shouldn't have said that. That was out of order. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm a bit crazy.
Yes. You must have plenty of friends, though.
I do have plenty of friends.
Okay. Well, that's nice. So, hang on. You've called in for something, haven't you?
Yeah, no, just to say that I absolutely loved Friday's show, and, you know...
Did you? It was three and a half hours of taking calls straight to air. We had a lot of complaints about it.
I missed a little bit of it because I had to go to Tesco's.
Well, maybe you missed the... Because we were going a bit stir-crazy. From about 5:15 till about 6 o'clock, that 45 minutes, we all went a little bit odd here.
Bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's because we kind of got into some kind of... You know, I think for that 45 minutes, you know those 3D pictures where you've got to look at it and let your eyes go out of focus, and after a couple of minutes you can see the dolphin swimming? That 45 minutes, we were in that zone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't know what I mean, do you?
No.
No, I can't...
Naughty stuff.
Yes, no, but the marijuana, yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Naughty.
No, you shouldn't either. It's not good for you.
Well, no, it's illegal.
Well, I don't think you'd do very well on it, actually.
What? I could take drugs if I wanted to. I don't want to. So, I've made jokes about gays and lesbians, and now I'm promoting drugs. This is terrible. This is the show.
A signed autograph.
A signed autograph or just a normal autograph?
An autograph with your picture on it.
An autograph with my picture on it. Sam, if you send me an email...
Yeah.
I will do it.
I can't get on email right now.
Why is that?
Because I'm not hooked up on it, baby.
You got not job what?
I'm not hooked up on it, baby.
Are we talking about the marijuana or the email again? Can you send me a letter? Because the thing is, I need your address.
Okay.
Oh,
I could give it to your I could give it to your PA.
My PA died in a horrific car wreck. No, I haven't got a PA. Lady Helen behind the glass is the producer, but she's busy producing.
Okay.
So send me a letter or an email, and we'll do it. I don't. You know, we're getting the friends thing going. I don't want her as a friend. I don't want to meet her ever. Okay, you can turn this back on now, thank you. Okay, it's time to get the latest on the roads and the trains now as we go to the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre and get the latest travel news with Joanne Webb.
There's some big problems on the Bakerloo line. It has been suspended between Stonebridge...
So we're talking about race, and I had a row with... it was Paul, wasn't it? Paul. About whether you could have the American race. Where are these? Where's that gone? Here we go. I've had a lot of emails backing me up. Ian, what a complete idiot. We've got Paul on the line as well, so we'll have a word from him in a second. Ian, what a complete idiot that Paul was. I've just looked it up, and have you seen what I found? Race means in the dictionary a group of people united or classified together on the basis of common history, nationality, or geographic distribution, i.e. the American race. Paul, what do you have to say about that?
Sorry, I was wrong.
Yes, you were wrong, Paul, weren't you? There's another one. Oh, no, that's just offensive. That one's calling me something very, very rude. Ian, this is from John Dewhurst, Ginger John. Ian, who was that muppet that said you were wrong? An English graduate. I looked up race, and under race the dictionary offers ethnic group, nation, people, tribe, line. You are a writer. Paul, what do you feel about that?
Sorry, I was wrong.
Yes, you were wrong, and you sing it very, very well. And Asan said... I wasn't supposed to mention it was Asan who said that, so I apologise. Sorry! Jason's in the Rains Park.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jason.
Good weekend.
Yeah. I've had better.
Yes, apparently. Got fired, didn't you?
Well, yeah, nearly. It was a very odd weekend. Very odd.
Bizarre, was it? Like something out of the Xbox?
It was... Hang on a second. Oh, can I hear you rubbing your chin there with disbelief, Jason?
No.
Good mind.
Chin.
Good mind to come around there and slap the back of your knees with a wet bamboo stick.
Oh, dear.
That's got you excited, isn't it, eh?
You're going to have to start the show again.
Now, listen.
Yes.
Is there anything... We've still got Paul on the line. Do you want to tell him off?
Not really. I think you told him off enough, really.
I do... Paul, can you just tell London that you were wrong?
Sorry, I was wrong.
Thank you very much. There we go, idiots. Now, Jason, what may I do for you, sir?
Well, it was about nationality, but while I was waiting, I suddenly thought, do you remember Marine Boy? You was talking about the Japanese and Chinese.
Yes.
And when Marine Boy used to be on a Saturday.
No, because, Jason, I'm only 32. Unlike you, I'm not 56 years old.
Well, I'm only 4 years older than you.
You're not, are you?
Yeah.
You sound much older.
No, it's just because I've got a cold in there at the moment.
But you've had a cold for the last year of phoning Nick Ferris.
No, that's the pipe.
Oh, right.
No.
Oh, dear.
No.
I know I don't remember Marine Boy. What did Marine Boy do?
Oh, Marine Boy was like one of the first cartoons that come out of, I think it was Japan. And it was their idea of how they think we look.
Right. Oh, the big eyes. The Japanese
big
have big eyes for Westerners, yeah.
It was a little bit like a cross between Stingray and the man from Atlantis.
You're older than 38.
No, I've got cable.
They don't show the man from Atlantis was Bobby Ewing.
That's it, after the shower job.
Yes.
Well, before, wasn't it?
He had a shower job, wow.
Yes, when he came back.
Oh, when he came out of the shower, yes, I see, yes.
But you're getting back to nationalities.
Races, yes.
I would like to be a Ferengi debt collector with a French accent.
Now, I'm a geek, but I'm not that much of a geek. You're referring probably to kind of like Star Trek or something,
That's it, the one with
You're
the big
boring
ears.
me now.
Right. Yeah, so you're talking about Star Trek?
Yes, mate.
You're boring me now.
Yes. You're talking about Star Trek: The Next Gen.
Yes.
You're boring me now.
Okay. And you'd like to be the woman? Which woman?
A Ferengi.
I don't know what a Ferengi is.
They're the ones with great big ears.
That's Vulcans.
No, they're not Vulcans. They've got pointed ears.
Well, who's the one with the pasty on his head?
Oh, he's a Klingon.
Okay.
You're boring me now.
You've set off the Clive alarm. The Star Trek. What? Who's the one who looks like Paul McKenna?
They're the Borg.
No, the Borg. No, there's the robot man who looks like McKenna.
That's it, the Borg. Oh no, that's Data.
Data.
That's the one.
Oh dear, I never saw Next Generation.
What, are you into the first lot?
I'm not really into any. Yeah, I like the first lot. I like the films. I like Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
Oh, that was good.
The comedy one where they go to 1984 and they meet punk rockers.
Oh, right. Did you like the spoof one that they did? It weren't that like. It was what's his face that plays Santa Claus.
What the hell are you talking about? This pipe you were mentioning. What's in it? Oh, you mean the Galaxy Quest?
That's the one.
Yeah, it was good. That
made me laugh. That
it was a comedy film.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we'd finish. The conversation had reached a natural conclusion. You're prolonging it now. Come on, let's take this conversation off the life support machine, Jason. Let's see if it breathes on its own.
All right, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, bye-bye in, breathe out. Breathe out. Doing that silent stuff again.
Yeah, I am, Jason. Go on, what do you want? Quickly.
Just quickly, it was...
What?
You've made me forget now. What would you be if you had your choice?
Japanese.
Japanese?
Yes.
Why?
I love the women, I love the films, I love the country, I love the clothes.
Do you know that song, though?
I just sang it.
I like Chinese, they only come up to your knees, and it goes on from there.
Yes. I like Chinese thought, the wisdom that Confucius taught. Think of the many things they've done to impress: Maoism, Taoism, I Ching and chess.
That's the one.
That's the fella, yeah, you see. Oh, thank you, Jason. 08709090973 is the telephone number. Sorry, it's kind of slowed down there, didn't it? I forgot we were on the radio, and I thought I was chatting to someone who was trying to sell me a thing. Andy's in the Dumfries.
All right there, Ian. How you doing, mate?
I am fine and very dandy. Andy, what can I do from you?
Oh, you just don't get many Scots on your programme, that's all.
We don't normally allow Scotch on the programme.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What's the problem there?
Well,
that's not racist, then.
No, not racist to exclude the Scotch from the radio show. No. We just find them foul-mouthed.
Oh, we're not all like that, you know.
Oh, well, please prove me wrong. Just the last 8 Scotch we've had on the show over the past year, we've had to dump for use of foul and abusive language.
Did you say the last 8 Scotch?
Yes.
That's the drink, man.
The Scotch race, yes.
No, Scottish race, not Scotch. Scotch is the drink.
So you're a Scotch, are you? Are you an Irish?
I'm Scot.
Scotch. Okay. Whereabouts in Scotland are you from?
Dumfries.
Okay, very nice. Are you calling from Dumfries?
That's right.
Are you listening on the Sky?
Indeed I am, yeah.
Excellent stuff. Well done. What if you could be any race other than Scotch, Andy? What would you be?
I'd like to be Jamaican, man.
Okay, this could be uncomfortable. Why is that?
Well, access to the old wacky backy, you know.
Yes, access to the old wacky-backy. I think we all have access to that if we know a bloke called, well, whatever your bloke may be called, I don't know. Can I just say, we don't condone drug use on this show. Whatever you do, I am in such big trouble. The Romford has emailed in. That's... Hello, Ian. That's that Jackie, isn't it? Jackie from the Romford. That's Jackie from the Beckenham, is it? Okay, fine. Just because this strange thing about making friends on the radio. In a word of advice, do not meet anyone from off the radio. A lot of the people listening are very nice and wonderful, like myself. However, there are depraved, weird psychopaths who would love to be friends with you. And you'll probably get on with. That's a little bit rude. We are looking, if you want to be my friend, I think it sounds a little bit desperate. I need Iain, Carla has emailed in. Why I'd be a good friend. You probably just got another, Carla says, Iain, I'm American. I'm loud. We can go and get drunk. Well, I don't drink. I've been watching Celebrity Soup since I was dead young. Your version is far playing the American one. We can drive around at Slough Trading Centre and get lost. What? Oh, my husband is a fan of yours. There we go, you see. 08709090973. Isra is in the Isleworth.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Isra.
How are you, Ian?
Is this Tallulah putting on a funny accent?
No, it's me, you idiots.
Okay, you just sound a lot like Tallulah.
Shut up.
Can you say for me, hello, you?
Hello, you. Hello, you.
Say it again.
Hello, you. Hello, you. Hello, you.
Okay.
Ian.
Yes?
How are you doing, sir?
All right.
I'm
sorry, Isra, I'll be quiet. I'm going to drink some water. Hang on. Oh, yeah. It's good. Dirty. I drank tea over the weekend for the first time in 6 weeks.
Oh, that's good. You know you were talking about a friend?
Yes.
I'd like to be your friend.
Why do you think you'd be good as a friend for me, Isra?
'Cause you're funny.
But you've got to tell me
What?
in song.
In a song?
You've got to tell me in a song why you'd be good as a friend.
Yeah, okay. Ian, I'm your friend. That's it.
Come on, give me... I want more than that. I want a whole song, otherwise I'm not even going to consider you.
Ga-ding, 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 ga-ding. Ian, I am your friend. Will you be my friend?
No. Raheem's in the Balham. Hello, Raheem.
How you doing, Ian?
I'm a little bit scared, but I'm fine.
Listen, I always seem to be on before these real nutters, man.
Before these real nutters?
Before them, or after them, rather.
After. Maybe you are a nutter.
The last one was that guy, right, who thought that because left in his bag, remember there were 2 letters left in his bag in his daughter's birthday party,
yes.
And he thought that was some, psychic event.
Oh, because his nana died 33 years before or something, and it was,
Right.
yes, nonsense, absolute guff.
That's right. I was thinking about this friendship thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, would I be a good mate? And I was thinking, well, probably not.
Oh.
And I wanted to phone and say, well, that might be good grounds to start, really, because I'm a bit cynical
yes.
and quite hypocritical and very tight. So I probably wouldn't turn up.
Financially?
Exactly.
Okay, that...
So it's unless you're looking for more, of course. But
no, I'm not looking for any more.
No, but so I thought, that's a fairly good place to start a friendship, which is not being sure if you want to be somebody's friend at all.
Okay. Raheem, you've not really sold yourself very well to me.
No, I'm not really that interested, actually.
I think maybe we should shake hands and never meet again.
I think so. Maybe just a friendly call once a year.
Take care.
Take care.
Lots of love to your family.
Thank you. You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Not going to be friends with Raheem. Do you want to be my friend? What race would you be? 0870 9090973. More of that after the news.
90973.
It's the phone number and stuff. You know it by now, surely? Maybe you don't. I don't know. I forget it sometimes. I have it written in front of me, which is darned handy. Don't bother sending in texts, by the way. We don't read them on this show. I had to stop some emails. Why don't you read my texts? Excuse me. I'll wait for the song to finish before I explain, thank you. Just because we haven't got time. We kind of sort of dropped the text and the email... I don't really get many emails in. I prefer to do the phone calls. I can get some emails in. Stephen in the Chester says, Ian, sir, it appears that your show was divided into 2 podcasts on Friday. My life came to an end at the weekend when it was the Triple M show on the podcast. Wow, brilliant. The premium podcast, of course, which if you want to get, www.lbc.co.uk, and it's all in the podcast section. It's very cheap. So what would be brilliant what would make both camps happy here. There are two camps. Both camps will be very happy if you went and downloaded the premium podcast, which are excellent value. I genuinely believe that. You can get all these shows, all of the shows, and some bonus bits and pieces. I think there's compilations of the MP3s that we played, of the phone calls that we've done, and there eventually will be a podcast of Agent Chris's One Word on the Street. But once you've done that, if you also went to iTunes and downloaded the free 15-minute version of the podcast as well, because that would get me up the league. I've slipped down into the 30s. If you've got a computer, all go and download the iTunes podcast now for me, please, as well as the premium one. Anyway, please alert frustrated listeners, they have to download 2 sections for Friday, Stephen in the Chess Show. Which is kind of good. Oh, we're asking, if you could be any race in the world, what race would it be? And do you think you'd make a good friend for me? And I don't want... We've had a couple of people, and Helen behind the glass, who's producing the show while Agent Chris is at his course for rubbish producers, has turned away a lot of people, thankfully, who sound like lunatics. And thank you for turning those people away. She showed me the big list she had of people who wanted to be my friend, and I did not want to know any of them. So thank you for that, Helen. Much appreciated. But if you genuinely think... and the person... Do I say this on the radio, or do I just think it in my head? The person who would be best at being my friend, I will go out for a drink with you. I've said it. I've said it on the radio, despite James emailing and saying, Iain, have you ever seen the film Play Misty for me? If so, you will know never to meet up with a listener, male or female. You could be correct there. Tallulah's in the Electric Parade.
Hello, you. Hello, you.
Hey, hello, Tallulah, how are you?
I'm confused because
I know.
I was not on the
Because
radio
you're Tallulah.
and I heard myself via a guy talking like me. Hello, you.
He sounded exactly like you, didn't he?
Absolutely. I had no intention to phone in, but this guy reminded me of your Tony Blackburn. Tony Blackburn, yeah. The funny thing about what was repeated at the weekend. Yeah.
We had two Tony. If you missed it last week, we had two Tony Blackburns on the air.
Fantastic.
It was good, wasn't it? Well, one was a fake one, and one was the real one.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Well, I mean, I like Tony Blackburn. He's so genuine, absolutely fantastic.
I like one Tony Blackburn. Two Tony Blackburns is maybe a little bit too much. I don't know. But so, yes, we could have got you talking to that fella. It's a shame that he's gone, but never mind. But, Tallulah, interestingly that you called, I'm going to ask you some personal questions, and I don't care if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I want answers. Can you do this for me?
Well, let's see.
That was a nice giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why have you not called me for the last 3 months? Honestly. Honestly.
Well, I wanted to be straightforward to one party only.
And that party being the party of Mr. C. Bull?
That's correct.
Okay. But why do you have to be straightforward to one party only? Why can't you be not so straightforward to two parties?
Well, because...
You're on the spot. I can hear you squirming.
Well, I said already the answer. One party only, so I don't turn into this Edwina thing. Who do you like more? Blah, blah, blah.
Edwina?
But I do like those. I do like your show.
But I was worried that you'd stop listening and that you'd thought the novelty of me messing around on the radio had worn off, and that you'd gone to to Clive's show as a full time.
No, I would be a good friend for you because I do not ignore you now.
Now, may I say, we have many listeners to this show. I think, Tallulah, you're the only one I've actually met.
Yeah.
And you weren't as mental in real life as I thought you were going to be.
I'm absolutely cool and very funny.
No, well, hang on. Let's not get carried away with ourselves here, shall we? You weren't as mental as I thought you'd be.
That's absolutely right. I mean, you said so it must be right.
It must be right. But are you going to call in again? The thing is, you've called in and you've got nothing to say to me today.
I do. I want to be Japanese.
There we go.
You know, Haruko no hana no em, meru sakasuki, and so on.
And so on and so on.
I speak a Japanese song. You like the Indian songs. I like Japanese.
I like the Japanese songs, but I can't sing any of them.
You like the Japanese songs?
I like Japanese pop. Have you heard of Pizzicato 5?
No.
Best band in the world. Best band in the world. So it's the Japanese music you like? That would do it for you?
No, I like the Japanese.
Oh.
I like the whole Japanese attitude.
Now I find
they're very cute and very nice.
Can we call the Japanese cute? I think we can, just about. They are.
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
I like Japanese girls. I think they're very sexy. Do you like Japanese men?
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be easier if I would male, because I think the Japanese girls are better than the Japanese boys.
Wow, hang on. Now I'm getting excited.
Well,
so I want to ask you one more quick question. I was talking to Helen behind the glass earlier on, and we think that most people fall into one of three categories. Okay. Now, which one of these would you say you are? I think I know which category you fall into, but I'm going to ask you. Do you think that you are normal? Do you think that you are dodgy? Or do you think you are dirty? It's one of those three. I think most people fit into each of those categories. For example, I think that Clive Bull is normal. And it's not in any way... by normal, I don't mean boring, or I don't mean anything like that. I just think he's normal. Whereas I think Nick Ferris is dodgy.
Well, I'm a fruitcake, and I like that. Sounds perfect for me.
But hang on, no. We got to cram this into DD.
Okay, let's say I'm normal with a bit of fruitcake in there.
A normal with a bit of fruitcake in there.
Yeah.
What would you say that James O'Brien was? I want to get a list of what we think the LBC presenters are.
Very, 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 very normal.
Tallulah, thank you very much for that. Nice to speak to you again. 0870 9090 973. What do you think? I genuinely think that we all fall into one of three categories. And it's kind of weird. I can't define them very well, but when I look at someone or speak to someone, I know which one of the categories they fall into. Lady Alex, behind the glass. Dirty. I think you're dirty. And again, this is... No, exactly. It's taken as a compliment the way it should be. What do you think the presenters are? 0870 9090 973. What are the telltale signs? Valen. I would say... Well... I'll tell you what I think in a little bit. Give us a call. Let me know what you think Valen is. What do you think Nick Ferris is? Anna Rayburn. Gary King. Oh, I know what Gary King is. Shorter than you'd imagine, isn't he? 0870 9090 973. Philip?
Yes.
I've completely muffed up the timing. Can I come to you after the travel?
Yes.
Bless you, sir. You're a gentleman. I would say Philip is normal, but again, it's not an insult. Oh, I'm late.
Affordable. Tricky.
We need some correspondence, please. 2 or 3 on the phone. I can do with some correspondent updates being emailed in as well. You know the score. Philip, sorry for keeping you waiting for so long.
Whatsoever.
Now, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, I'd like to be an Australian Aboriginal.
Oh, yes.
Go walk about with, in the Nullarbor Plain.
Yes, in the bush.
Pop and see Alice Springs.
Yes.
Watch the kangaroos and walk about with me dingo.
Do they walk about with your what?
Walk about with me dingo.
Lovely. Do they still have... So childish on my part, I apologise. Do they still have wild kangaroos in Australia?
Oh, yes. The way I understand it, Ian, is that... I'll be truthful, I have never seen a wild kangaroo. I've seen a tame kangaroo.
Yes.
But, yes, they are. I believe there are very, very large numbers of them, yes.
Have you ever seen a kangaroo with boxing gloves on?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's okay. I wonder if that's a myth or if they really are.
And it would be wonderful to just wander about over the landscape and,
yes.
In have a wash in the billabong and...
yes.
And do all the things, it'd be wonderful.
And you'd be, I guess you'd kind of have you'd be good at tracking and hunting and following signs. I've been watching Lost a lot, which, as you know, Phil.
Yes, you're a big fan of that.
I'm a big fan of Lost, although they keep, in America, my cousin Don Lode is sending me copies of it. And the last couple of weeks, they keep having a week off.
Oh, yeah, for special events,
Well, they had 3 weeks off over Christmas, fair enough.
Yeah.
They had last week off, they had 2 weeks before that off, and 2 weeks before that they had off.
Well, it loses your continuity, doesn't it?
It certainly does. But there's a fella in that called Locke, who's very good at tracking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand tracking. Because he's tracking someone and he's looking at the grass and he's like touching someone's bush and he's going, they went this way. And then he'll run for a mile, then he'll stop and he'll go, he'll lift a stone up and he'll sniff some leaves. Yeah, he's gone this way. How no one can track. Tracking surely is impossible.
Do you remember that film called Walkabout, about with, what was the name? The girl from the Railway Children.
Jenny Agutter.
Yeah, Jenny Agutter, yeah.
Thank you, Helen behind the glass.
I mean, that really, as I say, the fact of being out there and, no worries... Must be really wonderful.
Well, Philip, let's see if your dream can come true. We'll put your name in the hat, and if it gets pulled out, you will become an Aboriginal at some point. Sorry, I've just seen Neil. So, Neil, let me explain what happens when the calls come onto air. I have a screen in front of me, and it says Neil, the Muswell Hill, and I get like a 2 or 3 word summary of what you may or may not be talking about.
Oh, I can guess.
And what I've seen has made me what it says is Faraday is dirty. Now, before
Definitely.
Sorry, I've kind of ruined your thunder, but I had to say, I believe that most people fall into one of three categories: dodgy, dirty, or normal. And you think that Caroline Faraday is...
Dirty.
She is, and it's not an insult. We're not insulting or being rude.
I don't mean dirty as in, like, filthy or unwashed or anything. It's just that she seems to be quite happy to get involved in you know, when she's talking on air.
Iain Lee Wireless afternoon show, something like that.
Yeah. It's that sort of, like, 40 fags, 10 glasses of Chardonnay,
Yes.
2 hours sleep, and here we go, and I don't care what we're going to talk about.
Now, I love Caroline. I genuinely like her a lot. There's, you get that... there are people at this station I don't like. Caroline is one of the people I do like. But if you sit down and have a conversation with her, you ain't never going to get no word in edgeways. She'll be talking at you for 20 minutes, and you think, I should really pipe up now and add something to this. And she won't listen, and she'll just keep talking over you.
Well, I rang her up about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I got on air.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me, and I was just like saying, like the way you go, yes, 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 the way you do it, yes, yeah. So then the news came on, and I had to wait for another 15 minutes almost.
Oh, man.
Well, not that long, but...
Can I ask you a personal question, Neil?
Go on.
Would you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I haven't even seen what she looks like, but it's that voice.
Yeah. The face is a slight disappointment. Let's be honest. It's a little. She's fit, but it's the face isn't as good as the voice.
No, but it does prove the point about personality, doesn't it?
The point is.
Well, you know, looks and personality and all that sort of stuff.
Good point, well made, thank you. Looks and personality and all that sort of stuff. Thank you very much for that, Neil. Graham's in the Bermondsey. We've got a stack load of calls. OK, this is good.
Yeah, hello, Ian. It's Graham.
Is that Graham?
Yeah, I'd like to be from Switzerland.
OK.
Yeah, I think if I was from Switzerland, there would be better standing of living. Yeah, it was a bit Scottish thing as well. I do tend to think Scots swear more.
The Scotch have got, and it's not. They have got
the swear more.
mouths. Yes.
Yeah,
yes, they
yeah,
do.
The swear more. I think it's because they're more open-minded. They're not offended by it.
Is it because they're open-minded, or is it because they're thick?
No, I reckon it's more working class society, shipbuilding and that.
She said shipbuilding.
Shipbuilding, yeah,
Yes.
ship.
Yes. Don't get okay.
I think that's maybe the reason. I'm offended by war, homelessness, and poverty. That swearing don't really offend me.
You're offended by war, homelessness,
poverty.
and poverty. Okay.
That offends me. Swearing just doesn't.
Yeah, but you do realise that we do... swearing doesn't offend me at all, and we might talk about
Yeah, I
swearing later.
understand the show and that.
But you realise that we have to, at this time of the day, we have to be quite careful about what we allow, which is why we generally don't allow the Scotch on, because we had 8 Scotch calling, and they all swore.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What part of Ireland are you from?
I'm from an island off the west coast.
Okay.
But, yeah, Scots, I remember growing up in Glasgow and we used to swear as kids and that was always around.
Yeah, it's very fashionable, wasn't it?
But I think Swiss, I don't know, just to be,
What?
No, I don't, what's the word? I'd like to be from Switzerland, because the chances are I'd be rich.
Yes. So would you rather be rich or Swiss? Or a rich Swiss?
Oh, to blag it, really, innit? It's a blag, really.
Yeah. OK, Graham, thank you for that. 75% of that. I got 75% of that, and that's good going for me. Marion is in the Winchmore Hill.
Right.
Nice.
I said right, yes.
Oh, I thought you said nice.
No, I didn't. You were talking about races, yes? And did you know there are only 2 races in the world? The Irish and those who wish they were. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Now, there you are. And you had 2 Scots people on there, and you thought both of them were Irish.
I thought they had Irish... I'm not... Mary, I've got to say, I'm not very good.
You're not, I can tell that.
No, let me finish the sentence, because that's a bit too generalised there. I'm not very good at spotting the accents.
No.
And I do think the Scotch accent sounds Irish.
No.
Yes, and you sound Welsh.
I do not. Go away.
To be sure.
I don't sound Welsh.
I think you do. Mr. Mandela in the Streatham, do you agree with me that Marion sounds Welsh?
I've got no idea.
Well, there you go, you see.
Pretty soon you'll be saying I'm Jamaican or something.
No.
No?
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay, and you were asking also about...
Can I just say, The last 20 minutes have been really weird, haven't they? Really weird.
Yes, you do get some peculiar people, I will say that.
Don't we just, Marion? Would you say you're dodgy, dirty or normal?
Me? No, I think I'm normal.
Can I say dirty?
Well, I don't know, honey. What is dirty? What's your definition of dirty?
Sort of a bit... Oh,
No, I'm not.
No, come on now.
No, I'm not.
What would you say Nick Ferris is?
I don't know, Nick. I'm new to radio. I've only been listening in the last 3 weeks, and the first time I heard you, I thought you were crazy, but now I know you're not.
Wow. You don't know that for sure.
No, you're not. I can tell. I think you're soft-hearted underneath, and you try to be very,
I'm a human being, Marion. I cry tears. When you cut my skin...
I realise that, but initially when I heard you, I thought, dear God, what is this man?
When you cut my skin, Marion, do I not bleed?
You must do.
I do, of course I do.
Yes.
Of course I do.
Yes, you sound like you might. And I think you're very fond of your mother.
I love my mother.
Yes, I can tell. And you don't drink.
No, good boy.
You're a good boy. Any mother would be pleased to see her daughter come in with you.
Oh, Marion!
Hmm?
I'm really... Sorry, I've got to go to a break.
Oh, what a shame.
Bye.
One town.
Oh, Mr. Mandela? Hello?
Mr. Iain Lee.
Yes, you sound more like George Takei. Can I come to you after the news?
It's no problem, sir.
Thank you. He does sound like Sulu, doesn't he? Here's the news. Okay, so I think that most people are either dodgy, dirty, or normal. You can take your own interpretations of those. It's quite vague. But I think we can split pretty much everybody in the world into those 3 categories. Dodgy, dirty or normal. Cherie Blair, I would say, is dirty. I would say dirty, definitely. Let's try and think of some other people. I don't know. We'll try and come up with a list of... Bob, Clive Ball's producer, is normal. And none of these are in any way an insult or it's just a description. I don't know what I would be. If you think you know, 08709090973. Also, I'm looking for some new friends. If you think you'd be a good friend for me, give us a call. Let me know why. Suki has emailed in. Suki's the curry chap who sent in the most amazing curry. Iain, 3 reasons why we should be friends. 1, you would have an inexhaustible supply of the best curry ever. I like that. Bribery, it's good. 2, you wouldn't have to worry about someone threatening to shoot you. Yes, I'd take the bullet for you, Iain. 3, that's all I can think of for now. P.S. I'm reliable. That's good. Fred from the Feltham says, Iain, I think Anna Rayburn is flippin' frightening. Then he's put a dozen exclamation marks. I'd have to agree with you there. Terrifying woman. And what, dodgy, dirty or normal? Dodgy. I would say dodgy. Hello behind the glass, what would you say? You'd say dirty, would you? For Anna Rayburn. I'd say dodgy. Dodgy. Okay, we're saying dodgy. Oh, I've got someone's news. I picked up someone's news. Doesn't matter. I'm sure they'll make something else up. And also, if you could be any race in the world, what race would you be? Mr. Mandela in the Streatham, what race would you like to be, sir?
I would like to be Latino.
And why would you like to be a Latino?
Because they got all the beautiful women in the world.
Yeah, they do have some very beautiful women, the Latinos.
They got a J-Lo.
Yes.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez, yes. They've got that. Well, that again. These are all generalisations. So nice bottoms.
Mr. Iain Lee, I've got to say one thing.
Yes, sir.
Is that your show is the best show going? Why is it they want to get rid of Mr. Adrian Crisp?
Well, they want to get rid of Adrian Crisp because a Friday show was a shambles. We took all the calls straight to air.
No. It was not shambles. It was great hit.
Can you say, well, what would be really strong for our argument is if you could say something like, my name is Mr. Mandela from the Streatham, and I think Adrian Crisp should be saved, or something along those lines. Could you ad-lib something for me?
Mr. Adrian Crisp should not be fired because I am Nelson from Dela from Streatham.
Thank you very much for that. James is in the Barnet. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, James.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very formal, but I like formality. I think it's lacking slightly in today's society.
You miss, there are people out there, obviously.
Yes.
Who come from the northwest of London.
Yes.
Hampstead, the Muswell Hill.
Yes.
No, I'm from the Barnet, mate. I'm from the Barnet.
Proper sorted the Barnet.
Yeah, of course, mate.
James, would you say you are dodgy, are you dirty, or are you normal?
A little bit of both. Or a bit of all three of them, actually.
I'm gonna put you down as a dodgy straight away.
Why is that? From the accent?
Well, from the accent and from the fact that you're already ducking and diving and trying to put your foot in 3 different camps, I'm going to have to say I think you're completely dodgy.
Bit of a judgment call there.
It is it's a complete judgment call, yes.
I know some things about you, a little bit cryptic there, but I've seen you on the 134 through 3 in Barnet up to Kentish Town.
Right, so the things you know about me is that I use the bus. Crikey, I better look out then.
Ah, but they've got CCTV cameras on the bus nowadays. You can see what people are doing, even though don't notice.
So you have seen me using my iPod on the bus?
Ah, slip your hand in someone else's pocket. It's okay. Everyone does it now.
James is accusing me of pickpocketing. You are on you're such a dodgepot. What do you want? Come on.
No, I wanted to talk about the classic British car with you, because I need to make a choice. Decision. But I used to have a Triumph Spitfire. Do you know the Triumph Spitfire?
No.
Classic 1970s. Like an MG midget.
I suspect this is going to be quite boring. So just in case it is, let me play something that will at least make this bit interesting.
Anyway, what it was, I had a Spitfire.
Yes.
No, honestly, I'm after classic sports car. I don't want to get...
You're boring me now.
Yes.
But, I want to know what...
You're boring me now.
I could talk about more pickpocketing, but I might go down...
Now that's offensive.
No, it's not offensive. It's the truth.
You're boring me now.
Oh, Ian, glad to spoke, and keep your fingers where everyone can see them from.
You're boring me now. You're
James,
boring
I'm sorry,
me
you
now.
set up the bubble
You're
alarm.
boring me now.
Pop-a-doodle-doo.
And that's the only way we can end it, is by playing Tony Blackburn. Thank you, sir. I think. I'm not totally sure. Not got a clue. Classic British cars. Tracy is in the Enfield.
Hello, Ian.
Tracy, would you, we appear to be running out of phone calls, because I've not given the phone number out for 10 minutes. Could you give out the LBC 90...
No.
Come on, you've just dialed it. Give out the LBC 97.3 phone number.
You're on my redial on my mobile.
Well, what button is that?
The L button.
Okay, so if you want to give us a call, press the L button on your phone.
On my mobile.
Press the L button on Tracy's mobile and you'll get straight through.
To Ian Lee.
Disappointing, you can't do that, okay.
Pop-a-doodle-doo.
What?
I needed to talk to you because I promised you something before Christmas.
Some guinea pig underwear or something, wasn't it?
Oh my God, you remembered.
I've got a good memory.
A jingle. And we never done the jingle, and I've been so ashamed I've not been able to ring you.
Oh, you were going to send me some guinea pigs singing or something?
I know, and I'm so embarrassed because we didn't do it. And my husband betted me that I'd never ring you again because I was so ashamed.
I'm going to say something which I don't normally say to a lady.
Okay.
You're a cow. Shame on you, Tracy, for making a promise and not fulfilling.
You're supposed to make me feel better.
What?
You're supposed to make me feel better.
Well, no, you've let me down. Why should I be making you feel better? You've completely stitched me up. You've promised something you've not delivered. You've let my listeners down. You've let me down. I can't make you feel better, Tracy.
Oh, please. I'm your best friend, your best fan in the whole world.
Oh, go on then. In that case, I'll let you off. So when are you going to send this thing in for me?
I'll try. What happened was our
I don't want to hear
mic
nonsense.
didn't work.
Your what?
The mic on the computer.
Okay.
Didn't work. I'll see if I'll talk to you now because I'm in the shed painting. Hang on. I'll see if I'll talk to you.
This is guinea pigs that are going to talk to us now. Be seeing 7.3. This is.
Will that do for now?
Oh, it's the most horrible noise in the world! What are you doing to those poor creatures?
They're waiting for the greens.
Well, give them some green then. What do you mean by green?
They're veggies.
Oh, well, they're vegetables. Okay.
They're veggies.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what I'd really love would be because I've renovated all my comfy cases.
You've done what?
I've renovated my comfy cases.
Renovated?
Yeah, renovated.
Yes.
And I'd like a picture of you
right.
that I could laminate and stick in my shed and because all my guinea pigs listen to it all the time.
Right.
So I'd like, could I have, please?
No.
Oh, please.
I'll tell you what, I'll say yes, but I won't ever send it to you. How does that sound? Does that would that make us quit?
Now.
Yeah, yes, I'm getting you back. That would make us quits, wouldn't it?
Right. Well, if I send you a jingle,
yeah,
I get the jingle done. Then will you send me a picture?
I will send you a signed picture if you send me a jingle.
Okay, cool.
Deal.
I'll get on that. I'll nag my husband tonight to sort it out.
Nag him, get him to sort it out, and send it to us. 08709090973. Terry's in the Horsham.
Hello.
Hello, Terry.
Talking about race.
Are you dodgy, dirty, or normal?
I'd like to think dodgy.
Yeah, are you again? I think most Terrys are dodgy.
Oh, definitely, that shadow of a doubt, yeah.
There's something, because Terry's an odd name, it's kind of an old-fashioned name. You don't get babies called Terry anymore.
No, even when I was young, I wasn't a baby and I wasn't called Terry then.
Weren't you?
No, I was, really.
You weirdo. Go on, so what race would you be? I forgot we were doing this.
Well, the only race I would be is the 100-yard dash, because it's the only one I liked when I was at school. When you were at,
Okay. He's gone. He put the phone down there. Naomi's in the Chelsea.
Hello, Ian.
Wow, yeah. Wow. Now, Naomi is our friend who has a mucky website that I've had loads of blokes badgering me for your website address. I think someone's posted it on iainlee.co.uk. And you were in that Channel 5 sex tapes that rocked the world thing, but you weren't in it very much. We just saw you looking in a mirror and shaking your massive knockers in some Russian guy's face. That was it.
I think they dropped most of the scenes, so that was a bit unfortunate.
I'd like to see the footage.
Would you? I could arrange it if you like.
Yes. Naomi, I've got 30 seconds.
Well, I think you need a Scottish friend to show you that we're not all full meds, and plus I've got huge bazookas, so...
It's... I know, I've seen them. You sent me a stack load of photos, Naomi.
So I think that's got to go for something, don't you?
It's going for something, let me just say that. Oh, wait, I've got to move to go into the news. 0870 9090 973 is the phone number. Iain at lbc.co.uk. More of your calls after a bit of this. She's got the wrong website. I can see what she's doing. Anyway, looking for new friends. Parvesh has emailed in. Iain, I'll be your friend. You might find I am very much like you. You will find that we will get along very well. From Parvesh, age 13. I should probably say that if you do want to be my friend, for legal reasons, 18 and over is probably the best. Hang on a second. Arthur in the Kew Gardens.
Yes, hello.
I'm just sending an email.
No, I'm afraid they're right out. Actually,
What?
I'm registered blind.
Oh, no, I'm not... Arthur, don't worry, I'm not sending one to you. I'm sending one to Lady Alex.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
No, it's quite all right. It's done now. It's gone.
Good.
Lady Alex, I've sent you an email. There we go. Now, Arthur, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, you were asking about race or nationality.
Which race would you like to be?
Well, what I am, English. I was born in England.
But supposing you had to change...
Yes.
What would you choose?
Wow! Well, an international race.
It's like speaking to Eartha Kitt. Can you do that again? Very sexy.
Oh, no, I'm 91.
Hey, 91-year-olds can still... No, you're probably right, actually, they can't.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
No sex,
Yes.
please, we're 91.
No, well, I've come across a lot of people of all different nationalities.
Wow, sexy!
And, I was a London cab driver for 50 years.
Yes.
And, well, as I like to be English, well, I'd probably be Scottish.
Years.
Yes.
Years.
I mean, the Scottish... actually, I used to have a caravan and we used to tour.
Years.
And I've been in every county in England, Scotland and Wales.
Years.
And, as I say, English, but Welsh or Scottish, that would suit me all right.
Years.
I speak the same language.
Years.
Yes.
Years.
You all right?
Years.
Hello?
Years.
What's a yes?
Years. Years.
Hello?
Years.
I think something's gone wrong here.
Years.
Yes?
Years.
You'd like to speak up?
Years.
Well, speak up then.
Years.
I hope this is not going out on being transmitted.
Years.
Because it'd be very, very boring.
Years.
And you don't want to be boring, do you?
Years.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Something seems to have gone wrong here.
Do you know that I'm not really here? Well, when we were pre-recording this bit earlier on, I thought you'd say that.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what you're saying because I can't hear you.
Can't you?
Yeah, go on, tell me.
Well, if you can't hear, there's no point in me talking, is there?
That is unbelievable!
Yes, quite.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Is this being transmitted out into the through the transmitter?
Yes.
Yes. You're feeling all right, are you? You're not having some sort of epileptic fit, are you?
Yes.
You are? Well, I better
Yes.
phone up for a doctor for you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I wish I could. Anyhow,
That
I'm glad I'm
is
not paying-
unbelievable!
I'm glad I'm not paying for the call.
You're joking.
Yes.
Shut up, no.
Yes. You, slightly unbalanced, are you? Do you reckon you are? What do you reckon?
Uh-huh.
You're unbalanced or not?
Yes.
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 Yes. I mean,
Yes.
unfortunately, or fortunately, as you like to put it, my daughter was mentally handicapped. So, she...
Yeah, go on, tell me.
Yes, she was with her peers, and of course, the mentally handicapped, they're very nice people. They're quite warm-hearted, really. But
Thank you, Arthur. Oh, it's 70909093. Arthur, thank you very much for that. Just moving on there for many, 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 many reasons. Terry is in the South Ockenden. Hello, Terry.
Yo, how's it going?
Yeah. Oh, dear.
I've been wanting to talk to you for ages.
Come on, my friend, you're on the radio.
Oh, this is brilliant. Right, the English national anthem, doesn't it sound like Are You Being Served? It's awful, isn't it? It's truly, truly horrible. Horrible.
Does it sound like Are You Being Served?
I don't want to listen to every time I hear it, it makes me fall asleep. If we're going to beat anyone in this world, we've got to have Thunderbirds. We've got to have... We'll beat anyone. We'll take on the whole world and we'll win them. What do you think? It's got to be Thunderbirds. We'll have the Germans this year quaking in their boots because our national anthem will have been changed and we will win everything. It's not that one. Oh.
Can you hear that flood? In the London. Hello, Michael.
Ian.
Hello, mate.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. What can I do for you? On this lovely, yet slightly chilly, cold afternoon.
Yes, don't I know about it? I haven't just walked over London Bridge.
Oh, man, it's bitter out. It's too bitter.
It is
Thermals. I think maybe it's time to get the thermals out.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, mate.
Well, they can look... Well, no, they look awful.
I don't look good in thermals.
No, I don't think anyone does. Even the most sexiest woman in the world, Sarah Beanie, would look awful in thermals.
Well, I'll take your word from that, on that one. Listen, the point of my call.
Yes.
Arthur. 91.
Yes.
He's been around the clock a couple of times.
Yes.
And you've just confused him and disrespected him.
That's a bit patronising, isn't it?
No.
To say he's been round the clock a few times, Michael, a bit patronising. He's not been round the clock, he's 91 years old, so let's not patronise him.
He's been about.
Let's not patronise him.
That's even worse, isn't it? No, but you're terrible. When it comes to the older folk, you confuse them, disrespect them, and to be honest, you're quite funny.
Yeah.
But I don't like that.
Michael, in what way was I disrespectful to him? In what way is treating him exactly the same as I would treat any other caller? How is that disrespectful? Explain that to me.
How about have a little bit of kind of give for him, just for me.
No, not just for you, Michael. No, if anyone calls up this show, I treat 91-year-olds the same as I treat 5-year-olds, the same as I treat 35-year-olds, exactly the same. I don't patronise them by saying you've been around the clock a bit. Wow, what was that? I treat them exactly the same, Michael.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I get what you're doing, and it's very clever, well done, very funny. But I treat everyone exactly the same. I don't patronise them by going, oh, you're old? Oh, you're blind, are you? Well, let's treat you a little bit differently, shall we? I don't do that, Michael, because that's patronising and that's rude.
You haven't disrespected, tried to confuse me or done anything like that to me, and I'm...
I've not tried to confuse you, Michael. You've confused yourself by coming up with a nonsense argument and patronising one of our elderly callers. Shame on you.
Or stick me down as a warning as being upset.
No, I'm not. But we won't give you.
Call up and say I'm upset.
No,
you need to impress me now, Ian.
We won't give you a warning for being upset, Michael. You're upset. Well done. Congratulations. Give yourself a warning.
Bring me back, Ian, because you're funny. But to be honest, doing that to old men is just outrageous.
Shame on you, Michael, for patronising old men like that. Shame on you for thinking that a 91-year-old. I thought he gave as good as he got. He gave a lot better than you're giving. I tell you that, mate.
He can't hold his own. I can hold my own.
Oh, you are so. You're a nasty man. He held his own brilliantly. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew it was a pre-recorded thing, and he gave a lot better than you're giving, Michael.
Yeah, but things like you.
He can hold his own. You can't hold your own. Obviously, he's 91, and he would destroy you.
He's come across all sorts of people, and that's funny to the rest of us, but he didn't understand it. You know, it's just outrageous.
He's come across all sorts of people, and that's funny to you. How is that funny? Explain why that's funny to you.
Did you think it was funny with your comment? Can we play it back?
No, we can't play it back because we haven't got it recorded. What did you think was funny, Michael? I'm confused. You phoned up. You've obviously got an agenda, and you've yet to say what that agenda is. So come on, we've got 20 seconds before we go to the news. What is it that upset you, Michael?
It upsets me that you blatantly take the Michael out of older people.
I take the Michael out of everyone, mate.
Yes, including myself.
Yeah, out of everyone. I don't treat anyone who calls up, I'm afraid, is fair game. Anyone.
I understand what you're taking the Michael out of. Arthur obviously didn't. That's my point, Ian.
Michael, shame on you. I think he got it a lot better than you did. 0870 909 0973. More of your calls after this.
Sorry, I was wrong.
It's quite all right. Wow. Well, people seem to be quite upset. I'm genuinely not quite sure why, but bless them for that. We need more correspondents to call in, please. We don't know what the correspondents are. They're our team of experts on various subjects, including video games, Japan, Germany, Arsenal. Thank you. We need a couple more to call in. 0870 9090 973. For the 5:38 daily correspondent update, which we do every day daily at 5:38. Could do with a couple more on the email as well. I've had a shocking news as to where we are in the iTunes podcast league. Absolutely shocking. We'll talk about that later on. Would you be my friend, please? What race would you like to be? And are you dodgy? Are you dirty? Or are you normal? 0870 9090 973. Attis is in the Croydon. Hello, Attis.
Hi, Ian. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going all right.
Good to hear. Well, two things. First, what nationality would you like to be? Obviously, if I had to choose.
If you had to.
If I had to, like,
If you had to.
As you do sometimes.
Yes.
I'd probably like to be an Italian.
Oh, yes. Now, Helen Behind the Glass would be an Italian. Why would you be Italian?
Oh, just in terms of a lot of culture, and I appreciate culture.
Yeah.
They are the best dressed people in Europe.
Well, yes, they are. They're very good with their hands. They're very good at articulating. I don't mean that. But, they're kind of good at making arm gestures and hitting and doing things, They're very passionate people in that way.
What things with their hands?
Well, just like I'm doing it, but I can't describe it. Sort of waving their arms in the air to, prove their point and pointing and just things like that.
They're very animated, aren't they? Yeah.
Animated. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. I was struggling there terribly, but we got it.
And secondly, Ian, just with the previous caller who was talking about the 91-year-old.
Oh, God, here we go. Yes.
I do actually agree with him.
Yes.
I have to say, I think it was a bit harsh.
Okay, this is what I suspect the last hour of the show is going to be. Me defending what I did there. Attis, tell me what was harsh that I did.
Well...
Tell me what I did that was harsh.
Okay, I'll try and break it down.
No, just tell me what I did that was harsh.
He's a 91-year-old.
Irrelevant.
No, I'm crazy.
No, Attis, don't listen. Don't tell me what he was. Tell me what I did that was wrong. Put it into words. What I did that was wrong.
Well, you didn't build any rapport with the gentleman. He came to court to speak to you.
I didn't have a rapport with the gentleman.
Yep.
Do you know, Attis?
Did you speak to him?
Do you know what a rapport means?
Yes, of course I do.
Tell me what rapport means.
It's building some kind of communication level of understanding with the other gentleman.
Why should I have to do that? Why should he not build a rapport?
Calling it to your show.
Why should he not
to speak to you?
But Attis, shush.
That.
Why should he not build a rapport with me?
Well, I think if he had something to speak to, he would be able to. But you put him on the machine, and I think that was quite harsh.
What, you think it was... Attis, are you insane? No. You think it's harsh for someone to call up and for me to play pre-recorded bits of text? You think that's harsh? Have you ever heard this show before? That's not harsh. Attis, I'll show you harsh, my friend, when I whop your ass!
You can try, my friend, you can try.
I'll teach you a lesson or two. But the thing is, I've done that to other callers.
No, I do. No, that's what I'm saying. You have.
Why should it be different? Why is it because he's 91 or because he's blind?
I think it's a mixture of both.
That's patronising. That's really patronising.
Why?
Why should I treat him any differently? Because he's 91 or because he's blind? Old people will be up in arms, what you just said, and blind people will be up in arms.
No, but you do treat... Everyone treats everyone differently. You treat...
No, I don't. Not on this show. Attis.
How they respond to you.
Not on this show.
Am I wrong?
You're wrong, yeah.
No. If, for example, you speak to me now, you treat me... I'm not trying to compare with that, but on a daily basis, you treat people on how you meet them. He's a person who wants to speak to you, then you just...
I don't understand what you're saying, Attis. That sentence didn't make any sense. Genuinely, it didn't make sense. I treat callers to this show... Attis, I'll let you into a secret.
Yeah.
This show is not real life, okay? And how I am on this show is not how I interact with people in the real world, okay?
Yeah,
This is 3.5 hours. Listen, I know, but I'm making a point. So I've listened to you, even though it was nonsense. You can do me the courtesy of listening to me. This show... please do me the courtesy of listening to me. This show is 3.5 hours of, hopefully, entertainment, okay? It's an entertainment show. When someone calls this show, I don't treat them the way I would respond to someone who phoned me at home. If you phoned me at home, it would be a completely different thing, okay? When you phone this show, anyone and everyone who calls up is fair game. Anyone... let me finish. Anyone and anyone who calls up gets treated exactly the same. Whether we have 5-year-olds phoning the show. I would treat a 5-year-old, I have treated a 5-year-old the same way I'm treating you, the same way I treat a 50-year-old, and it turns out the same way I treat a 91-year-old. And we have blind people phoning the show. I treat blind people the same... Let me finish. Yeah. I treat blind people the same way I treat sighted people.
Yeah.
I've finished now.
I finished, thank you. Do you think that's a behaviour of a sane man?
Please speak clearly and make a sentence, because you're not making sense, mate.
No, an insane person, interacts with other people, regardless of age, regardless of sex, regardless of whatever, at the same...
An insane person? What on earth? Attis, you've got 30 seconds to start making a point, mate, because you're wasting my time. You're talking rubbish.
No. I think you'll find the majority of callers will. I've made my point.
No, you haven't made... Attis, you've made no point. You've made no point.
I've made my point. If you couldn't understand it, we have to ask... who's saying...
Lucy, but could you understand what Attis's point was there?
That's a bit biased.
Not at all, because I'm phoning up because the people who are phoning up and saying you shouldn't treat them like that, do they really think that people, whatever kind of problem that they've got, however old they are, want to be treated any differently from anyone else?
Well, obviously he did, because he was, by his tone, he's obviously slightly vexed.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't vexed. Helen spoke to him after the call, and he said, "Thanks very much. I enjoyed that."
Well, we didn't hear that.
No, you didn't hear it. No, I shouldn't put it on as a private.
Then you can't say things. If you can't say that, or say that without me.
Attis, it was a private conversation between my producer and a caller.
All right, that's fine. Well, then you should make that clear to anyone who's listening, isn't it?
No, why should I?
No, but you can't blame the listener who calls in on what information you've given him.
Yes, I can, Attis.
That's it, no, you can't.
Yes, I can. I can blame the listener, and by listener I mean you, for not listening, for jumping to
private conversation. I'll try and develop superhearing soon.
Attis, go away. You're a very patronising idiot. I don't want you listening to this show anymore.
Okay.
Don't want you to listen to this show anymore.
I won't.
Good.
Bye.
Bye-bye. If you're going to call up, don't be patronising. Do you know what I mean? Don't be, I will develop super hearing and I will listen to stuff that's... I mean, idiot. Lucy, sorry about that. Can we come back to you in a minute?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, buddy. 08709090973. I think we know what the last 45 minutes of the show are going to be like. I mean, idiots like Attis phoning in, patronising old blind people. Shame on you, Attis.
Hey,
Still need one more correspondent. I didn't sack 2 correspondents last week. You got off lightly. We need one more correspondent. The lines are busy, but keep trying, otherwise it could be you that's facing the chop this Friday. 08709090973. Lucy's still in the bench. Hello, Lucy.
Hi, Ian, you all right?
Oh, there's a big backlash going on. This could be the show that gets me ousted now.
I know, but it just really annoyed me. I mean, my nan's nearly 90, and she expects to be treated the same as everyone else. She wouldn't want me going in there trying to, treat her completely different, like she was stupid or something, just because she was older, and I just don't understand what people are,
People are phoning
up. On about?
People are phoning up complaining because they think, two things. He's 91 and he's blind, okay? So they think that we should wrap him up in cotton wool, and I treat him exactly as I treat all the other callers.
Do they seriously seriously think that he would have phoned up if he didn't want to phone up and didn't know what the
Yeah.
show was about?
Yeah. It's patronising of them to say treat him differently and to say that he doesn't have a clue what he's let himself in for.
Absolutely, because they can't end up putting him in like a different group just because of his age and stuff, and it's not right.
Lucy, I agree with you. Thank you very much for that. But this could be the show. On the one day that Asian Chris is in it. Helen, this will be something to put on your CV. Yes, you'll be in college, but it'll be something to put on your CV. I've got Iain Lee the Sack. Phil is in the Barnet. Hello, Phil.
Mumble, Terry Blackman here, mate.
Right. We're not. We can't have more Tony Blackburns calling up.
Yeah, this is the real one, mate. Mumble.
Okay, well,
Pop-a-doodle-doo.
To you. And what can we do for you, Tony Blackburn?
I'm going to put another log on the fire, mate. Hold on a sec. Got to keep that fire going, mate.
Lovely. Do you want to have a go at me about the way I treated an old blind man in the style of Tony Blackburn, or would that be inappropriate?
No, mate. No, that's fine, mate.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. We did that last week. 08709090973. Iain, is Iain dodgy, dirty, or normal? Oh, yeah, we're asking. The people fit into three categories: dodgy, dirty, or normal. And Zoe's emailed in thinking you might be a bit dodgy, but in a dirty sort of way. Thank you, Zoe. And I've got a pilot who listens to the podcasts. He's inviting me to Japan. Thank you very much. David's in the Brixton. Hello, David.
This program is called a Iain Lee Wireless Show. Anything can happen. So if anybody's calling this show thinking you're going to be treated differently, you are calling this show. Whatever you get, you take it. Hello, Iain.
Hello, David. Wow, that's an introduction.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm genuinely a little bit upset that people seem to have misheard what happened about 20 minutes ago.
I am really upset. What is this? This is a fun program.
Yeah.
People that calling to be picked on or to be have fun. Come on, which other radio station give you 45 seconds to do whatever you want to do?
Yeah. And I wasn't rude to that man. I didn't tell him to get lost. I was still here listening, and I was, in fact, working harder on his call than any of the other call, because I had to go through the recorded clips of me and find something that was vaguely appropriate to play.
That is what we're suffering in this place. Other people taking other people's problems.
Yes.
The old gentleman is there having fun, giggling away, and someone else is now being upset about that. What are we going through?
What it is, what I genuinely think it is, there are people who listen to this station and they don't like me doing this show. So any opportunity they think they can get to have a go at me and possibly get me the sack, we will get complaints, letters of complaint about this. And they will have to be looked into, because people think, oh, I don't like Iain, and I think he was being rude to an old man there. We can get him the sack there, but I wasn't being rude.
You will. Exactly. This is the same thing that happened when we had the program about if you're 39 or if you're 35, you're old.
Yes.
That was the same thing.
Yeah.
That was the same problem. Anyway, you know what, Iain?
Yes.
Keep it up, man. I'm behind you.
David, listen, mate. Thank you. It's good to have you behind me. You're a top fellow. Thank you, sir. Joseph is in the Bracknell.
Hello, Iain.
Hello, Joseph.
I hear you're looking for a friend.
I'm looking for a friend, yes. I feel like I should ditch some of my old friends, but I don't go out to the kind of places where you meet friends anymore. So, would you like to be my friend?
Sure, I think I'd be a good friend for you.
Tell me why. Let me get my... Hang on, bit of paper, is it? Here it is. Tell me why you'd be a good friend, Joseph.
Okay, first of all, we have some similar points of view on things. I don't support football teams.
I like that. It's a tick.
I like to play video games.
Tick. What machine have you got?
Right now, just the PlayStation.
Okay, well, that's half a tick then.
But let's see. I've read Kurt Vonnegut Jr., Slaughterhouse-Five.
Come on, the best book in the world.
And a number of his novels.
Yeah, he's the governor.
I think Harry Potter's kind of pants.
Yeah, it's for kids. You've said pants. That puts me off a little bit, but never mind.
Okay, well. And let's see, I'm from America.
Yeah, the home of the free.
And from New York, the best part of America, so I'm going to have an international friend.
I'm going to New York in May.
I've done a lot of cool things.
So, you said you can't just say I've done a lot of cool things.
I'll say I've flown airplanes and helicopters. I have sailed down Table Mountain in South Africa.
Wow.
Let's see. I've been on submarines in the Pacific. Let's see. I've been around a lot of celebrities.
Yes.
I've been two major motion pictures.
But what motion picture have you been in?
I've been in Godzilla.
Well, that wasn't very good, Godzilla. That's one of the few films I've walked out halfway through.
Well, I got the paycheck past cash to bank, so that's okay.
That'll do.
And I was in The Siege.
Not seen The Siege, Jason, so I cannot verify one way or t'other if you've done that.
Denzel Washington.
Yes, I'm aware of him. He's a talented actor.
And let's see what else. I don't drink a lot, so if we went out for a drink,
Joseph, I want my friends to be a bit more, a bit. Woo, yeah, woo! Come on, woo! Yeah, T.
I do a Mr. T impression.
Well, let's hear that.
I pity the poor fool who doesn't want Joseph and the Bracknell for his friend. Mr. T has him for a friend. Everybody should have him for a friend.
Quit your jibber jabber. I pity the fool.
Joseph, thank you. That's it's an option. He's on the list, but quite way down the list. Sound like a nice fellow, though. Dave's in the Croydon. Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
You'll be pleased to know I'm calling you up, the young 91-year-old that you were just talking to, but not to have a go at you.
Okay.
More to defend your case. After you spoke to the first guy, I thought, no, this is ridiculous. I need to phone up. I thought I'd leave it because he was one of a kind. But after that practice guy phoned up,
yes,
I decided I needed to phone to fight your case a little bit.
Please do, because I've got a full switchboard here, and half of these calls are wanting to have a go at me about the way I treated Arthur.
Well, if they do call me back, I'll quite happily defend your call. And at the end of the day, I'm quite a new listener to you. I listen to you on my way home from work, and I quite literally came close to wetting myself listening to that call.
Wow, it was that good.
That good. The fact that the gentleman is blind is irrelevant when it's on the radio. It's not the TV,
Yeah.
it's the radio.
Spot on. Well done you for getting that. Thank you.
And another point I'd like to make.
Yeah.
Practice called you and was whining about you patronising an old man.
Yeah.
Yet he was patronising you.
Yeah, totally.
How does that work?
Totally. And also, Attis, he seemed frustrated. I couldn't understand his point, but his point was really rambling and coherent. He couldn't say in one sentence what his argument was. It was all over the place.
He didn't have a point to make, and like you said, the 91-year-old man you spoke to was quite happy to be there.
Yeah.
He's a listener of your show. He knows what to expect when he calls up.
Exactly.
He's probably not a new listener.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. I nearly wet myself. Everyone's a winner.
David, well, I'm glad you nearly whacked yourself. Does that mean what I think it means? Wow. That's a result. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. Let's kind of put that to rest now, shall we? It's happened, it's gone. If you want to call in, and I do like it. If you want to call in and have an argument with me, listen, I love it. The weekend I've had, I love an argument. I love a good argument. Not Attis's argument, which was awful, and I know I told him not to listen. I know he's still listening. I want a good argument. Don't, come on with some nonsense and then not listen to what I say, and then, if you want to argue, I guess it's open season. Whatever calls after this.
If you've just missed that...
I could be your friend. I don't like violence. I don't care for alcohol. We have similar music taste. The Kaiser Zappa loves Zeppelin. A love of Xboxing. Your sarcasm is tuned to perfection. We needn't see each other much because I couldn't be bothered to drive the 6 or 7 miles to your house, and your car wouldn't make it to mine, so let's just forget it. Shame, it could have been good. Oh, there we go, from Iain. Nearly a new friend there. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. Coming up, we have the 5:38 Daily Correspondent updates, and probably some old people having a go at me. And relax. Let's go to line 1 there. I don't know who this is. Hello, line 1, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the radio.
Hello, I'm Jerry from Northwood.
Joe or Jerry?
Jerry from Northwood.
Jerry from Northwood.
I thought I was speaking to a producer.
Yeah, she's put you. The thing is, she's got a job
sorry,
to.
I'll just turn my radio off. Excuse me 1 second.
Okay, yeah. If you're going to phone up, you can't really phone up. Just speak to Helen behind the glass. However lovely she is, she's got a job to do. So.
Sorry, the radio's off.
Good.
I suggested that.
Yeah. Don't tell me what you said to her. Just let's us have a conversation.
Yeah. Okay. The conversation is one does tend to listen to the radio in sticks and snatches whilst one's doing other things around the house. I didn't catch the full conversation with his 91-year-old.
I don't think a lot of the complainers
did. The best way to make a proper judgment on it would be to replay it. She felt she couldn't replay it, but I happen to feel that because you're able to take clips out of conversations and play them almost immediately if somebody says something funny or outrageous or whatever, the fairest thing to do would be to say to the listeners, well, I'm now about to replay it, and sort of make attention of it. Please pay attention and listen to what I said or didn't say, and then one can make full judgment, because I'm afraid a lot of people have taken parts of it one way or the other as to whether or not you had respect for or listened to or whatever was said.
Right.
And I thought it would be important at this stage to
it's not
to defuse the whole situation by replaying the conversation that you had with a 91-year-old.
That's not going to happen.
I gather the 91-year-old was quite happy with the conversation, but one could also catch a 91-year-old who was not exactly with it, because those 91-year-olds are not.
This fella was completely with it.
But we weren't to know.
You were if you've been listening, Jerry. You were if you've been listening. Again, this is really. No, you're not listening now. Listen now. Again, it's very patronising. You say, "Oh, he's 91. He's not with it." That guy was completely with it. And if you'd been listening, you would have known that. It's very patronising of you to say that because he's old, and I suspect that you're quite old from your language and the way you speak, it would be rude for me to say that you're not with it.
For you to say that I'm old when you don't know how old I am.
How old are you, Jerry?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
I'm 59.
What year were you born?
1947.
Okay. Well, 59's old.
59 is not old in this time, this day and age.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me, I think it's insulting to start calling a listener old.
No, it's not insulting. It's a fact of life.
Old is a generalisation of decrepit.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's the age. To do with the age you are. You're 59. That's old.
I'm not. I don't consider myself old.
Okay, I consider you to be old. It's not rude of me to say that. I consider myself to be old at 32.
So therefore, because I'm old, I'm not able to appreciate your programme or content.
Not at all. But what I'm saying is that you saying a 91-year-old isn't all there because he's 91.
No, I said some 91-year-olds.
You implied that Arthur wasn't there.
The majority of 91-year-olds are probably not as alert and bright as
Shame on you.
been when they were 59 years old.
Shame on you, Jerry. I tell you what, mate, Arthur was a lot more alert and a lot brighter than you sound.
Well, excuse me, I think...
You're excused.
If you knew who I was and what I was...
I couldn't care less.
Well, okay...
Couldn't care less who you are or what you are.
No, but I think from my, let's say, professional...
I couldn't care what your professional is. I really don't care. It's irrelevant on this.
It would, however, prove the fact that possibly I've got a little bit of a brain in my head.
It would prove nothing. It would prove nothing. It would prove you. It would probably prove you sat some exams and you've memorised some facts and you've managed to bluff your way. It proves nothing. Why are you bringing that up? It's irrelevant.
That was a qualified surgeon, would you?
Yes, I would.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, so what your point is? You want me to play?
I want you to
let me please listen, Jerry. Jerry, let me finish a sentence. This is what I find with old people.
I'm not old.
This is what I find with old people, is that they continually interrupt, they don't listen, and they expect to be agreed with by younger people. That's not how it works on this show, okay, Jerry? That's not how it works.
No, I know that yourself and Clive Bull...
You're not listening, mate. Please listen, otherwise I'm going to cut you off because you're not listening. You're not letting me finish a sentence.
I will listen.
Thank you. You want me to play, I don't know how long that phone call was with Arthur, let's say 5 minutes. You want me to replay 5 minutes of a radio broadcast. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for many reasons. First reason, it's really dull, okay? This is a live radio show. What happens, that's it. We're not going to replay 5 minutes, it's dull. Also, if anyone wants to listen to the 5 minutes, they can get it on the premium podcast. They can go and have a listen to that.
5% of the population have access to computers.
I tell you what, Jerry... If you're a surgeon, I would hate to have you cut me open because you wouldn't even listen to what the problem was and you'd be in there. I don't believe you're a surgeon either, by the way.
Excuse me.
I don't believe you.
Sorry, that is is slanderous.
No, it's not.
It's
Jerry. You're not. It's not slanderous. It's not, Jerry. Listen.
Birmingham FRCS.
Oh God.
Glasgow.
Yeah. Will you let me finish a sentence, Jerry?
Yes, but if you want to say a rude remark to me, I shall return it.
Okay, good. I've not said anything rude. I've said I don't believe you're a
don't believe it.
I've said...
Well, I've just said it's true.
I've said...
Now you must believe it.
I've said I don't believe you're a surgeon. And do you know what, Jerry? I don't believe you're a surgeon.
Well, okay, fine, you're wrong.
Okay, fine, I'm wrong. In your world, I'm wrong. That's brilliant. Well done. Now, I've missed the correspondent update because of you, Jerry. Can you wait there a minute? Hello?
I'm waiting.
Well, can you wait while we do the update? We'll be back with you in 2 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay. It's 5:40. We've missed this.
It's time for the daily 5:38 Daily Correspondent Update. Brought to you every day. Daily.
Samit, the Knight Rider correspondent, says Edward Mulhare, who played Devon Miles, never got married and sadly died in 1997.
Afternoon, it's Dave, longest stuff correspondent. Did you know that the world's longest stilt measured and long 15.46 metres? Try walking on those, Ian. Oh wait, I think you are actually taller than a stilt. And don't let the callers diss you or Anna Raven. So keep up, Ian.
Raptor X, the real iTunes LBC League Update correspondent, says at number 46 in the top 100 of iTunes downloads, it's this show. Come on, we can do better.
Hello, this is Adam, the roughly 5 to 10 seconds of noise correspondent, and here's my update.
Is Jerry still there? Sorry, Jerry, we have to do that.
Yes, I'm still here.
Excellent stuff. Now, what...
I thought it a good move for your producer that you could do it after the show if you like.
You could what?
If you like, I will give her my surname. You'll find I qualified in Birmingham in 1971.
Jerry, I couldn't care. I don't care. You can make up...
I couldn't believe I was a surgeon. If she looks up in the medical directory...
She's not going to do that. She's got a life, and she's got to do the big quiz after this.
So you can insult me without having any proof of the
Jerry,
fact that it is true. She looks me up in the medical directory. She will find out my...
She's not going to do that, mate. She's not going to do it, mate. She's not going to do it. Listen, you could say anything. I've been pretending for the last year I'm Christopher Lee's grandson. I ain't. And you can say anything, Jerry, okay?
Yes, with my surname, which is...
I couldn't care less. I don't care who you are.
In the medical directory.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done for
and my address.
Well done for picking a rare name out of a book. Listen,
that is extremely even more insulting. It's not a rare name. It is true.
I don't care. I don't believe you. But very quickly, we've only got 40 seconds, mate. So let's try and sort this out. I'm not going to replay 5 minutes of radio. If you want to listen, it's on the podcast. If you don't want to listen on that, you should have been listening when it went out. And if you didn't listen to the phone conversation I had with Arthur, then you have no right to complain about it because you didn't hear all of it.
And you have no right to say that you don't believe I am who I am. How am I to know who you are? It's just equally facetious. It's just as facetious.
Arthur, you phoned up to defend someone and you've turned it all round onto yourself. I'm going to have to go. So
you turned it onto me. You don't believe me. If you want to put me back
go and cry to Mummy.
Wireless
Be a light-hearted dig in his face. Oh, hello. Sorry, yes. 0870909, etc., etc. Michelle's in the Wembley.
Hello.
Hey!
How are you?
Woo!
Oh, God.
Party time, celebrate good times tonight. There is party going on in my house.
You're such a good singer.
Thank you. Right, well, have a listen to this. Yeah!
That's great. Okay.
Hello?
Breaking the law.
Ow. Michelle?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I want to be your friend.
Go on.
So, I've made a list
Yes.
of why I will be a good friend to you.
Already I like you.
Yeah.
What's
So-
that? What's that?
Oh, it's the phone.
I like because you're organised and you're
I'm
firm.
so organised. I have a whole paper, A4 sheet, of why I should be a good friend to you.
Now it
Do you want
sounds
to hear it all?
Yeah, go on. Let's have it.
Okay.
Do you want some music? Do you want some music underneath you? Would that make it good?
That would be perfect.
Okay, if we can have this down a little bit, let's try. Here we go. Let's have your list.
Okay, firstly, I agree with you with the last caller was not a surgeon. Yes?
Yeah, go read the list.
Okay, then I agree with you about the 91-year-old blind man thingy.
Yes.
I live in Wembley, which is near Muswell Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in an LBC crew.
You're in what?
I'm in an LBC crew.
An LBC crew?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, people that listen to LBC all the
I see.
time.
So I'm not very street. Yes, go on.
Okay, and I play Xbox 360.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And what else? Oh, and as soon as I come home from school, I put on the radio to listen to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The very fact that you go to school and I have a full-time job could present some problems, don't you think?
No.
It would be a bit weird. It'd be a bit weird me coming round to your house, knocking on your door. Your mum answers. Yeah, is Michelle coming out to play?
Yeah.
What's Crackpot's doing anything?
Yeah, you're right. What has that got to do with anything? We could
Okay.
still hang out, yeah.
Yeah, and also,
Yes.
I want to be a correspondent.
Oh, stop the music. No.
Why?
No one could be a correspondent until till April the 7th.
Okay, but...
What you've tried to do here, Michelle... No, I don't want to know. Because
Don't hang up on me.
You have tricked me. You want to be my friend, and you just want... I want friends who won't try and get things out of me, and you just want to be a correspondent.
I won't be a correspondent then, okay?
Yeah, I'm hanging up on you, Michelle. I don't want friends who are going to use me. I don't want to be used. I've had enough of being used. Tonya's in the Oakwood.
Oh, Ian, hi, darling. Listen, I am stressed.
Come on, ma'am. So am I. Let's have it.
I'm stressed. Listen, all these people phoning up, having a go at you.
Yeah.
Not right.
It's wrong, isn't it?
It's not right.
It's wrong.
You relax me,
Oh, what?
okay?
Yes.
I go for a run
Yeah.
every evening on my treadmill.
Alrighty.
I listen to you,
Yeah.
and then I have a nice bath or shower,
Wow.
and I'm relaxed.
Can I just say that half of London is now like going, oh, yeah, I'm relaxed as well. Wow. She goes for a run and then she has a bath or a shower. Come on.
I have a shower, and then I'm so relaxed, and I'm ready for the kids for the evening.
Yes.
Okay? And these people phoning you up this afternoon. I've just been stressed. My whole half an hour run, I've been stressed.
Yeah.
I've had a shower. I've been stressed listening to you. I'm thinking, why are they having a go at Ian?
Since 5 o'clock, it's been a really...
It's been a nightmare today.
It's been very stressful. People think they've heard something they haven't heard, and it's kind of like Chinese whispers, and it's built up until...
Hand on heart, I missed the telephone conversation
with Arthur.
that everyone's referring to by about 10 minutes. I was helping my daughter with her homework, so I missed it. But getting the main gist of the way people are phoning in about the age and everything,
Yeah.
I'm older than you,
Yeah.
and I don't take offence if you
Well,
call me
you sound older than me.
I am older than you. I'm 6 years older than you.
So, 38. I did the maths then. I couldn't do the maths.
Actually, 39, so 7, isn't it?
Yes.
I am older than you, but I don't take offence.
No.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I just feel so sorry for you today. Monday is a day where everyone feels down. It's the beginning of the week. They should be relaxed.
Yeah. It's a weird... Can I ask you a question?
Yes, darling.
Did you hear that guy who claimed to be a surgeon?
I was in the shower at that time.
Oh, okay. Because I'm dubious as to whether he was a surgeon or not. But he took great offence that I thought he might not be a surgeon.
Oh, honestly.
Honestly, these blooming pretend surgeons get right on my...
Please relax. Have you got any chamomile tea there or any herbal tea?
I will get some chamomile tea, Tonya, and I've just started drinking the chamomile. It's rank, but you put a teaspoon of honey in it. That's girly, hippie Californian drink. I tell you what, we'll speak to Suhaib after we've had a little bit of this. I'm Gary King. Suhaib, we haven't spoken for ages. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm stressed, man. Really stressed. What can I do for you, my friend?
Tough day. Well, no, something. You know, you said which race would you like to be?
Yes, if you had to choose another race, what would you go for?
It's got to be Chinese. Well, I did not have to choose. I want to be it, man.
You're waiting until they make it law that you have to change. Tell me very quickly, Suhaib, why would you go for the Chinese?
Well, culturally, artistically, historically, they... You know, they're just top of everything, really. Plus, they make really good films.
Yeah, they do. Would you not? I prefer the Japanese films.
Really? Well, to be fair, the Japanese... If I could be anyone, I'd be a Japanese schoolboy.
I'm not... Listen, I want to go to Jacques, so I won't ask you why, but thank you for that. Jacques in the Peckham.
Hello, Lee.
Hello. Oh, okay, yes?
Yeah, I used to think you were a complete buffoon when you were on television, and then I've been listening to your radio programme, and I thought, what a brilliant guy. This man has got a brain, he's quicker than lightning, but I really got a little bit wound up by you insulting your older listeners. Hello?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the point.
Well, the point is, Ian, you need all the listeners you can get because you need advertising because it pays all the salaries.
Yeah, but the thing is, on a serious note, we don't really... The advertisers don't want to advertise to the old people because they don't have much disposable income. So we were trying to attract younger people who've got much more money to throw away.
Products that are advertised on your programme, you know? And
What?
I'm using a mobile to phone you. All the things that you advertise.
Yes.
I'm even trying to stop smoking. So you're quite wrong about that. You do need all the listeners you can get so you can get all the advertising revenue.
Right. Jacques?
Yes.
Why have you called it right at the end of the show? I haven't got to... You're talking nonsense. How old are you, mate?
I'm 54. I'm ancient.
You're an old man.
I am. I'm as old as Nick Ferrari, and I love him as well.
Oh, Jacques, I really haven't got... We've got to go... It's the end of the show, mate. I haven't got time.
Okay.
Thanks, bye-bye. Oh, dear. If you missed the show, it's been a stressful one. I'd like to have had a row with him, because he was an idiot. It sounded like this. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thanks. There we go. It's Monday. It's my gift to you, London. Please, dear God, enjoy. And don't hate me. For I love each and every one of you, even the old people. OK, there we go. That's the show proper. Let's put a cap on that, but we've got a bonus 30 minutes. Helen, behind the glass, is contracted to work this 30 minutes, although I've asked her not to screen any calls. So for the next 30 minutes of the show, it's Triple M. It's Mix Mental Mayhem. It's where we take your calls straight to air. You can carry on talking about which race you'd like to be. Dodgy, dirty, normal. Having a go at me for the way that I apparently am rude to old people. I'm not. They're just old. Simple as. 08709090973 is the telephone number. We've also got an MP3. We are running out of decent MP3s. It was quite a struggle to pick this one today. So if you think you can make a nice little minute and a half little MP3, please, dear God, send it to me. We're desperate for them. What do you... This is going to be interesting today. 08709090973. I do have to explain the rules very quickly. Triple M is where we take your calls straight to air. It's the last half an hour of the show, no screening whatsoever. So you won't speak to Helen behind the glass. The first thing you'll hear will be me, and you'll be on the radio. There's a 7-second delay, which means I hear what you say 7 seconds before it goes out on the radio. So don't swear, basically, because if you swear, that will never get broadcast. We can dump that, and you'll be blacklisted from calling the station. If you've got the radio on, as soon as you hear something on your phone, I'm miming this, I don't know why. As soon as you hear something on your phone, either switch the radio off or get out of the room. Pretty much anything goes. You can carry on talking about the topics, you can sing to me, you can play me a song, whatever you want. And we've got an MP3 coming up in about 12 minutes. Let us go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the radio.
Iain?
Hello?
It's Helen in Southgate.
Hello, Helen in Southgate.
Yeah, are you radio friends with Caroline Faraday?
Am I, what?
Radio friends.
Radio friends? What does radio friends mean?
You know, like what you are with Clive Ball?
Yes, yes.
So do you condone any song which is dedicated to her?
Do I condone any song that's dedicated to her? Yeah, it depends. Where is this going? This is all very mysterious.
Because I've got a song for her. Listen. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, wrong song.
That wasn't a good stuff. Well, that's typical of Caroline Faraday. She gets to...
Listen.
Can't hear it. There we go. The fella who did this was Gene Simmons' driver in Rock School.
I know.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for that. We don't mind dedicating boozy, faggy songs to Caroline Faraday. Line 2, you're on the radio.
Hi. I was just wondering what you thought about the bank robberies going on at the moment.
I think it's very, very naughty.
Yeah, I know. I just think it's just completely stupid, the people... I'm from Bromley, and one of the people was found in Bromley in the High Street.
Yeah.
And one of the banks, I just think it's completely idiotic. I mean, don't you think if they're planning like 53 million bank robberies...
Yes.
They've managed to plan it a bit better, so that they haven't all been caught now.
Yeah, you would think so, but who knows how criminals work. I don't like the way everyone's saying, they're so cool. Oh, these guys are cool. They're not. They tied up a woman and her child. That's not cool. Line 6 is on the radio.
Iain, that's not intelligent. Shish kebab.
I want to know, why don't you talk about sex every show?
Who the hell is James O'Brien?
You are freaky.
This is nice. This is what we need. Years. But that's enough of that. Thank you. That was lovely. That's good. I'm in a zone again now. Line 4 is on the radio.
Hello.
Hello, turn your radio off.
In a zone again. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm about to blow my nose, so good luck.
Yeah, just seen that. Did you get my email earlier?
Did I get what?
My email.
I don't know. What was your email?
Your phone autograph sent to my address.
Probably. I had a few, and yes.
Okay. Going football tonight.
Are you?
Yeah. John Warner. I don't know. You don't know John Warner anyway, do you?
No.
I've seen the station. He's really wicked.
Yes.
And I listen all the time.
Thank you very much for that. Very, very nice gentleman. So I got really runny nose all of a sudden. I've just had a Vicks up there. Vicks what? I cannot tell you. Line 7, you're on the radio.
We're gonna laugh and drink and dance and have a...
We had this the other day, didn't we?
The
Good times
This is nice.
ain't over after all.
I love this part of the show.
Tonight we're gonna tear the wall. Well, it seems we let the hard times come between us, like a wall around our hearts.
Thanks very much for that. That was nice, that. Line number 7 is on the radio. Hello, line 7.
Hello, you.
Hello, you.
Hello, listen, I won't labour the point, Mr. Ian, but I do wonder about some of your callers. If I'm a little bit short, Ian, and I'm a bit baldy, a bit like Clive Ball.
Mm.
Now, if you said to me you look a bit short and you look like Clive Ball,
yes,
then I wouldn't give a monkeys, but some people might be offended, but that's for me, isn't it?
Yes.
So, you know, that fellow who was 91, if he's offended, then it's up to him to phone up, I think, you know? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's up for him to be offended. Other people can't be offended on his behalf.
And that's patronising.
Thank you very much. There we go, you see. A voice of reason. And then... I don't know. It's frustrating sometimes when people think they've heard one thing and they haven't, and I don't know. Line 3, you're on the radio.
Kadang, my friend.
Kadang, my friend.
This is Guy Fingers of the Neasden.
Guy Magic Fingers, sir. We need some MP3s from you because we're running out of decent ones.
Well, I thought you had a plethora of back catalogue.
Well, so did I. And because I keep them all in a file in my email. And it's me that picks them. I was going through them today to try and find one today. Turns out most of the ones I've got about 20 here, they're rubbish. They are rubbish. So if anyone's got any MP3s that they've made, and we just get people sending in songs that they've heard off the internet as well, and they say, oh, this is my band. It's not, it's Elton John. I recognise his voice.
I need you to... I am working on one at the moment, actually.
Yes.
But I need you to go, Eki.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You're all ready? You're rolling?
Well, I've got the... I'll subscribe to the podcast, so I'll get it.
Good lad. Okay.
Eki. That's great. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Guy. Bye-bye. Guy is the guy that started the whole MP3 thing by sending in some brilliant stuff, and he has done some amazing works. Line 4, you're on the radio.
Well, yee-haw, Ian Lee, it's Jeff, formerly of the Bracknell, now in the Heathrow.
Wow, we've had your whole life story.
Well, yeah, I thought you might be interested. I was just wondering if you're a big fan of pork rind at all.
I don't eat meat.
You don't?
No.
Oh, my God, what a travesty. Never mind. Enjoy your evening. Bye.
Best call of the day. I've got time for one more, I think. Let's go to line 5. You're on the radio.
Yeah, hi, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, very well. We've got about 30 seconds.
Right, I'll be really quick. I'm a new listener. I think you're fantastic. If people actually listened to what you were saying, they would know that you weren't having a go at the old people. And you're a really lucky guy as well, because you get some really fantastically horny-sounding girls phoning you up.
Well, yes, they're horny-sounding, but I suspect that many of them are munters.
I don't know. I really don't know, but they sound pretty anyway.
I know that some of them are. What's your name, my friend?
Jerry.
Jerry?
Yeah.
But Jerry, please call again. I like the sound of you. You sound like a top bloke. And not just because you back me up, although that's partly swayed me on that argument. We'll do more of your calls. And MP3 after this. Okay, let's very quickly play this MP3. This got sent in on Friday by Dave, definitely. And I should have played it on Friday, but I didn't get to hear it then. On Friday, it was a special Triple M. The whole show was Triple M. And Dave recorded this introduction. It won't make much sense now, but imagine it's 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, and you hear this. That's made me quite uncomfortable. I'm a little bit scared by that, but thank you, Dave. Excellent stuff. If you've got an MP3 that you've made yourself, no longer than 2 minutes, anything below that is fine. It can be bits from the show, it can be a little skit. Little sketches will be good if they're funny. A jingle, whatever it is. Just email it, ian@lbc.co.uk. Triple M for the last 8 minutes of the show. Your calls go straight to air 0870 90 90 973. Line 9, you're on the radio.
Guten Tag.
Hello, line 9. Hi. Hallo there. Was ist Last Name?
Ich bin
My German's not very good.
Heinrich. Ich bin a German.
Guten Abend, Heinrich, auf dem Deutsch.
Guten Abend.
Hast du Geschwister, Heinrich?
Nein, ich bin Heinrich.
Hast du Geschwister, Heimlich?
Yeah, very nice. I like your show. I'm a German man, and a Herren, and I like it. It's very nice. Wunderbar. It's wunderbar.
Wie komme ich am besten zum Bahnhof, Heimlich?
Now, I've been in this country for a while. I've forgotten some German words, Me speaking English mostly. Me speaking English.
Hey, was ist dein favorite place auf dem England?
It's a place in Suffolk near the beach. That's beach. Nice beach. Yes, wunderbar. Ich meine, führen now.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay. Yeah, I made out I was a German.
Oh dear, that's made my day. Line 2, you're on the radio. Line 2, turn your radio off. Or hang up. One of those two, you went for that option. Line number 3, you're on the air. No. Oh, I can't hear it, sorry. I can't hear it, it's too noisy. But thank you for trying. Line 4, you're on the radio. Hello, line 4.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. There's a 7-second delay, and I can't. You know now. You know there's a 7-second delay. If you're listening to the radio, you won't hear it for 7 seconds, and I haven't got time to play that game. Line 4 is on the air.
I know you all, and will a while uphold the unyoked humour of your idleness. Yet herein will I imitate the sun, who doth permit his base contagious clouds to smother up his beauty from the world.
Wow.
This is Douglas in the Lords, and I am your Shakespearean correspondent.
Well, I don't think we have a Shakespearean correspondent, so, sir, although it was very enjoyable, it was fraudulent. Line 10's on the radio. Hello, line 10.
Wee Willie Winky runs through the town. Upstairs, downstairs, in his nighty gown.
Right.
Crying at the windows, tapping at the knocks.
Yeah.
All the ladies in their bed, it's past 6 o'clock.
Spooky. I believe that was a grown woman. Excuse me, line 5, you're on the radio.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, bye.
Okay. That's all they wanted to do, and that's fine. It's not quite a democracy, but it's edging towards it. Line 7, you're on the radio.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are your family?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
How are your family? Are they okay?
They're fine.
Yeah, I've got have you heard of PSPs? I've got one of them.
Lovely.
You should get one. They're good.
Yep.
I'll just see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I should get to what, did he say? Did we hear what I should get? Line 6 is on the radio.
Ian, if you were a tree, what tree would you be?
I would be a monkey puzzle.
Oh, yes. Very good. Goodbye.
And what tree would you be? No, we've gone.
What tree you want me to be?
I would like you to be an oak tree.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. There we go. You see, that worked out. Now you can see why we screen the calls during the show, because this is what you get. Line 12, you're on the radio.
Hi, Ian, it's Josephine. I just wanted to say that if you want to find out about the old guy who got upset about the conversation, why don't you just phone him back and ask him?
He didn't get upset about it, though.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
No, he didn't. Helen spoke to... the producer spoke to him after the call.
Oh, you didn't tell us that, did you?
I did mention it.
Oh, well, you should have made it a bit clearer.
Why should I... Why? I've mentioned it once.
Because everyone got so upset, didn't they?
They got upset because they didn't hear what they thought they'd heard something they hadn't heard.
Well, I thought it was just a bit of fun. I think he quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Also, I think I should be your friend because I've got a cat.
Well, no. That was weird, wasn't it? It came from one thing and then came in a different angle. Very confused. Line 2 is on the radio.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus walked, he walked in, he walked. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Yeah.
When Jesus
walked.
Oh,
happy day. Oh, happy day.
Day.
Oh, happy day.
You're not in time. Oh, happy day.
When Jesus walked. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Let's do it to the end. Oh,
happy day. Thank you very much. I love it. I genuinely love it. Line 5 is on the radio.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
I can't be bothered. Line 7. Hello, line 7. You're on the air. Yeah, I can't. What's gone wrong? It's all gone wrong. 2 minutes. Line 5, you're on the radio.
1968. It was a big hit in America and a big hit. Owen and Martin's Laughing.
Yeah. I used to hate Rowan and Martin's Laughing. So there was that wall, wasn't it, that had doors in, and they'd come out and do jokes. I don't remember the theme tune. It's quite a good song, actually. Thank you very much for that. It's lovely. Strange show, but good song. Oh, we've got a minute and a half. Are we going to get the golden phone call in? Line 5, you're on the air.
Do you think if we double Henry Telly's salary, he'll come back?
It's an option. It's certainly an option. We can speak to his agent, who I think is his mum, I'm not sure. Line 12, you're on the radio.
You're boring me now. 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 You're boring me now.
Oh, you bottled it! We all sat back thinking, it's a minute and a half. Have we got the balls to go for a minute and a half? And we kind of looked, we made eye contact. Yes, we said. And then you bottled it. Oh, so disappointing. Line 5 is on the radio. Oh, what's this? I can't quite place it. Thank you very much. I don't know what it was, so let's get one more in. Let's get this one. It's probably the last call of the day on this show. Line 6, you're on the radio. Hello, Line 6. No, cut that. I know where that was going. I was quick enough to realise he was swearing at us in Urdu. Nightly UC tomorrow at 3. Bye-bye.
This show is completely